Hey, welcome back to another episode of Instagram Podcast. I'm your host, Juan. As always, my co-host here with me. Hey, Trip.
Hey, dude.
How you doing, bud?
I'm so swell. Tomorrow's my day off. I'm getting a massage. I'm fucking hyped.
What? Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Your tomorrow's day is going to be way better than mine. I got to wake up at 8 o'clock and go to the dentist again.
True that. So this week's episode, we're going to be reviewing winter anime from 2017, as well as having a best of 2017. Our personal choice, of course.
Yeah, I mean, these don't mean anything.
They don't mean shit, honestly. And like...
You know, because the Crunchyroll awards are the ones that really matter.
Yeah, exactly, which I didn't actually check this year. But did you see that the killer of Crunchyroll erased or whatever, the Crunchyrolled it up, and they, oof, man.
I know, you and I have kind of mad.
Old reference, don't worry about it. It's fucking stupid.
Go back to like episode, like, I don't know, 42 or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm not about to put any spoilers in our best ofs. Did you?
Neither am I. I'd have like a moment and be like, am I? No, it's pretty clear.
That was another reason that when we were talking about one of the ones that I had difficulty with, that was why I didn't want to put in. Like, there were multiple reasons, but yeah. Long story short, I'm fucking excited. We watched a full year of anime.
Yeah, I did. I mean, we were just talking about this before recording. Like, last year, which was 2016, we didn't... Actually, 2 years ago. Because 2018, guys, by the way. Right?
Hey, welcome to the new year, bitches.
We didn't do, like, a best of 2016 because I guess we realized we hadn't watched everything in 2016.
Which is, like, we started our podcast about halfway through 2016.
Yeah.
So
it makes sense. We missed, yeah. So, but this year, we've gone through fucking, you know, the seasons. Count them off with me. January, winter, December, February, fall. All of them.
January is its own season. I love it. I love it.
No, actually, hold on. I know the seasons. Winter, spring, summer, fall.
Also known as...
Autumn.
Trick question. You won.
Oh, well, I was like, for a second, I was like, was I wrong? Did I get that wrong?
Fine, you were fine.
No, but yeah, so we watched a whole year, 2017, so I feel like it's justified. By the way, not the strongest year, in my opinion, of anime.
Also, the best year, because we haven't watched, like, all of the shows.
Yeah,
like, ever. So
yeah, true. But like,
there were some pretty strong contenders this year, though. But there wasn't anything that was super new and revolutionary like we had.
There's some really cool stuff. Nothing that's going to be like...
Because, I mean, we could look back at 2016 and be like, Flip Flappers is one of my favorite shows. I was amazed that had come out. We got My Hero Academia. We got Mob Psycho 100. Yeah. We got Erased. Yeah. Like, we got some fucking strong shit.
All of last year, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, all of 16, not 17.
And I don't know if Overlord came out this year or last year, but I didn't look that up. So, yeah.
It's not. It wasn't this year. I checked. I was like, is it? No, it doesn't count. But this year we do get a new season of Overlords. That's fun. Yeah,
I'm fucking stoked. So anyways, not gonna focus too much on what's good, but what anime have you been watching this,
besides stuff that I had to watch for the show, I've been keeping some Devilman Crybaby that we're gonna talk about next week, just to give us some time to watch the new shows that are coming out, right? Yeah. Because we need to have some little bit of like a wiggle room so more episodes come out so we can give like an honest review of stuff. Yeah. So I'm watching that. I don't want to give too much away, but I like it so far.
That's good. Yeah. A lot of people, it seems to have generally positive reception.
So for the most part, I'm really happy with what Netflix is doing. Especially after seeing, what they did with live action stuff. Because they can do it good, they can do it bad. Yeah. And then a lot of the original Netflix stuff is also like 3D, This is 2D, so I'm like... Yeah. It's like, okay,
it's more accessible to us old school Laserdisc player type bros, Yeah.
I don't know what a Laserdisc is. That's before VHS, huh?
No. It's after VHS.
Is it really?
It's before it's before DVD and Blu-ray and stuff.
Did not know that.
Yeah. No, it's a little bit before.
How old are you?
38. I just haven't been able to tell you, man. I'm 38.
I don't know if we should hang out anymore.
Well, we shouldn't not hang out.
Good. You used words I don't understand. Great.
All right, cool.
What's up? What about you, man? Any other things? Any animes besides the things you're supposed to be watching?
I started on a couple of new shows of the next season, but other than that, no. And I'm kind of bummed about that too. I was like, maybe I'll. Nothing.
Nothing.
Not inspired to watch any more Steins Gate with Kyle.
What? Kyle fell off the wagon?
No. We just, we were trying to work through some of the anime that happened this season. And then we were like, okay, well, let's mix it up a little bit. Should we watch some Steins Gate? That's a pretty big commitment. Let's just watch something new.
So you're saying, as of today, as of recording today, Kyle's not finished Steins Gate?
Hell yeah.
Fucking dead to me. He's dead to me, Kyle. Kyle, dead to me. Nah, he's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but besides that, you know what we should try to do? We should try to watch play the visual Steins Gate Zero thing.
Oh yeah, I absolutely want to do that.
Yeah, we should do that pretty soon. Okay, yeah. So I mean, that's a quick, because we're gonna get this rolling. That's quick. What's good? I mean, there's other things that are good, but I don't want to brag about how good my life is right now. It's pretty shit.
That's wonderful, Juan.
Got any news?
Yeah, I got some news for you. So check it out. Amazon has canceled Amazon Strike, refunded those who have paid for future months of subscription. Nailed it, fucking first try. And made all the anime on Strike available through Amazon Prime.
You can't see this, guys, but I'm just like pumping my arms in the air, super stoked. Fucking confetti coming out of my fingers. Pew, pew. It's like the best news ever. Because you know what?
Pretty good shit.
Amazon Strike was such bullshit. Like the idea of it, the concept of it. Like it was like, what are you doing? Why would you make me pay $5 extra? I mean, it's $6, something like that.
It felt like it was like $20 a month.
It felt like bullshit. I already got Prime. Why are you going to charge me a little bit more for like, you know, these exclusive animes on your thing? But when I got that, you got that email, and then I looked at mine, and I also got the email. I was like, dude, fucking super jazzed. Like,
right?
Because now I can say, hey man, you guys want to see fucking fucking Made in Abyss? Oh, you gotta have Strike. No, you want to watch Made in Abyss? You have Amazon Prime? Boom, got Made in Abyss.
Pretty much everybody should have Amazon Prime,
or some access to it somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if people still just go out and buy shit in the wild, but like, I'm not gonna go to Walmart. I'm not going to fucking anywhere.
No.
I'm sitting at home and I'm hitting a little button and I'm going to get 5 pairs of shoes in a day.
Bro, that's why we're fucking putting big business out, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking support local businesses. Support Amazon. Support mom and pop shops like Amazon.
So Made in Abyss has announced a continuation of the series with no determined date at the moment, but they announced officially that they're going to continue it. There had been like talks of it and like, oh, is it going to be a movie? Is it going to be like a season? But they're going to continue the series.
I would be down for a series. I'd be kind of bummed if it was a movie. But honestly, just knowing it's going to continue is great news. Because I mean, I'm glad that people also like it enough to be like, and they've gotten that reception to be like, look, man, people like this. Let's keep making it because it's a great show. Real quick, just one thing. I want to talk about the Strike issue. It's good that we don't have to pay for Amazon Strike anymore. I think Amazon Video needs to make it easier to find anime though, because it was kind of hard to find those shows. It was really
difficult. So you can look up, if you know what show you're going to watch, you can type in the name. Yeah, fucking easy. But if you're just going to look for new anime, good luck.
Yeah,
dude.
it's hard. It was really difficult. Like I was like, you told me your frustrations. Like, yeah, man. And I was like, no, you have to type in the name of the show you want to watch. Yeah, but like they don't have the convenience of there being in a channel called,
which was one of the nice things about going on Strike is that you strike.
Going on.
But anyways, going on Amazon Strike, it would bring up all the most recent shows. It wouldn't just be like, okay, here's all of our selection of anime.
A show, like cool.
Yeah,
dog.
exactly. So I don't know. It's really messy right now. It doesn't have a very exclusive way of being like, oh, this is specifically for anime. It has channels instead of genres or anything like that. So you have to go to the specific anime channel, and then even browsing through that is like, well, I didn't see the thing that I want to watch, but I know that they have it.
Yeah. So no, I agree. I think the Strike channel should exist. I just think it should be free, which is, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Cool. So, and back to the Made in Abyss thing. I'm stoked for that.
Fucking hyped. Made in Abyss was such a good show. So next up, Kakegurui, Compulsive Gambler, is receiving a second season.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen this?
That's pretty rad.
You heard about this?
I have heard about it.
Apparently it's about this chick who's like, she goes to school where like everybody like fucking moves up and down in the world by gambling. And she's like super sadistic or whatever.
Yeah.
And like almost to the point where like she'll hurt herself. I really want to watch the show.
Yeah.
And I don't know how this slipped through the cracks and me not knowing about it, but this first season's out on Netflix, I think. And second season's coming out pretty soon. I'm going to take the time. I'm going to peep this. I don't know if I'm going to like it because it looks kind of fucked, but hey, maybe I'll like it.
Dude, it might be cool. I don't know. People are fucking hyped for it.
People really do like it. I'm like, interesting.
So maybe we should check that out soon.
Cool.
Next up, Saga of Tanya the Evil has a film that's been announced, and it'll be a sequel to the TV anime. At first, the news came out, and they were like, "Oh shit, there's more Tanya. What's going on?" Like, "Oh man, it's a movie." And then there was like really big recap. It was such a weird way for it to be announced, but everyone was just like, recap. All right, it's a recap movie, but that means that there might be another season. People were getting really excited about that. Mm-hmm. But then about a day ago, a little bit less than a day ago, it was announced that it's actually going to be a sequel to the TV anime, which is pretty cool. So,
I mean, you and I didn't finish Tanya the Evil, did we?
No, I watched, I want to say like 4 to 6 episodes.
Me too.
Honestly, it was fine, but I was so disheartened from all the anime during winter.
That was a really shitty season. The only like plus side about Tanya the Evil is that it looked great.
Yeah, and at the time I was also watching other things.
Yeah,
so it didn't affect me too much, not being able to see it. But people loved it. Like it was. Along like that and Kobayashi were the 2 best things from winter. Yeah. So people were either about dragon maids or they were about this man in a little girl's body after reincarnation that wanted to like fucking kill everyone.
Spoilers.
It's like episode 1, man.
Oh, okay. Maybe I just fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the greatest show, but hey, good for them. I mean, I'd be kind of upset if I really like the show and want another like season. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I guess you get what you get, right? So like a movie's better than nothing, right?
In some cases, I would prefer a movie because you know that there's going to be better animation.
Right.
You know it's going to be like a more concise story. They're going to have to work harder on it because of that.
Okay.
Rather than for a new season, there might be a bunch of shit in there that doesn't really matter too much. Everything's going to be like pretty intense in the movie.
Would you rather have like an hour and a half of like boom, awesome, and then out of your life forever? Or do you rather have 12 episodes of like, 2 of these were kind of nothing, but the rest of it was still super cool?
Yeah, well, it's difficult because movies are almost always better than overall shows whenever I see them.
Unless they're recaps, those are the worst.
Well, yeah, if it's a recap, it's like, well, the show's better, there's more there, and you're going to have a better time with it, and like, anyways. But in terms of like actual movies... I think I prefer movies.
Would you rather have a Made in Abyss movie or
here's
series?
Here's the thing. I've never seen a sequel movie to something. I've either seen spin-off movies or I've seen recaps
or stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking,
so I never
goddamn fucking that one, we watched.
But I mean, you look at like Firefly, for example.
Yeah.
Serenity comes out and everyone's like, fuck, Serenity is such a good movie. So there's a situation like that where it's like, yeah, I would like another season of Firefly, but Serenity was like a whole different thing and it was fucking awesome.
Would you rather have another season of Made in Abyss or a movie?
I don't know, man. Like,
no, if gun to your head, gun to your balls.
Maybe a movie.
Wow.
Like, pretty sure I would rather have a movie.
Get out of my sight.
Why's that?
Get out.
Like, they're going to have to skip over some stuff, but they're going to have a really intense plot and they'll be able to wrap everything up with it.
Yeah, now I hear what you're saying.
And
I'd rather have this show, I guess.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I'd rather there be more than just like less, I guess, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Even if like half it's shit, it's like at least there's more shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's my opinion. Anyways, what else you got?
That's fine. So next up, Sword Art Online Gale Online TV anime has been announced for April 2018.
Is that would make it the next season of anime that comes out, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I'm excited. I'm gonna watch that.
So spring, it's coming out. Stoked. Devilman Crybaby has come out on Netflix, which we're gonna review soon. So that happened this week, and we already kind of announced that. And then a new Tiger and Bunny anime is in the works.
Yeah, interesting.
Which our intro song is kind of based around the sound of Tiger and Bunny's intro. So
we might have to change it again. We might have to change it for this new show.
That would be pretty good timing.
You sent me this. I remember watching Tiger Bunny, watching the first. I think it's 2 seasons of it.
Yeah.
And I watched the first season, really into it. And second season, I was like, I just kind of pandered off.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. But this new season, I don't know if it's gonna be a reboot or like a retelling of things or like just a fucking whole new story or continuation. Interesting. I'm glad to see this.
I don't know. Yeah, I was surprised because it's been a while. It's been like what, 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, this is one of the first animes I remember watching that had like that 3D animation where I was kind of okay with it. Like this is kind of cool. Yeah.
I don't know. So that's some exciting shit. But that's all the news I got for you.
And that's the news. Good news. No bad news today.
I'm breaking up with you.
We were never together.
Oh, then that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
No, not too bad then.
Yeah, no harm, no foul. Yeah, you're good.
No bad news today.
Nice. What's next, man?
So we're going to talk about 2017 winter anime wrap up.
It's my favorite episode. It's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, I love doing this one.
I think I prefer
the binge one.
The watch literally every
everything
show that's ever existed.
The one that I like this one because we get to look back at the season and be like, look, we went through all of these, you know, like we did the work and watched them all. Yeah. The other one I like because it's really bad for you. Like, you know, you just you watch everything and then you're exhausted and you spew it out. They're both really good episodes. I think this might be my favorite just because we're also adding this best up thing. I don't know, man. I'm fickle. Maybe my favorite is live action garbage. I don't know. Okay.
Well, the whole this is like a year wrap up. This is a little bit different than, you know, a normal season of wrap up. So I'm excited about this episode for sure.
It might be our favorite. It might not. We don't know. Anyways, so let's go to the first show. Yeah,
dude. Why don't we?
Okay, let's do it.
You're going to tell us about Boruto. Made by Studio Pierrot.
Yeah, it's based off a manga. Well, kind of. It's fucking bullshit. Here's my issue with this show. This kind of started, I think, last season. So it's like a sequel, kind of a continuation. Yeah. I think there's been a total of 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna guess like 3 or 4 arcs, just like mini things or whatever. Yeah. By the end of where we're at now, they've graduated from the Ninja Academy. They have acquired their headbands. They are now technically Genin, which is like the lowest level of ninja, but it's the right direction if you're trying to become a ninja. After Genin, we all know comes
Ninja,
Chunin, and then after Chunin,
Jonin,
and after Jonin,
Janning.
No, the only thing after Jonin is fucking Hokage. Get the fuck out of here, dog. You don't know nothing. Point is,
I never said I knew anything, but I was pretty close when I said one of those things.
You did say ninja, so good for you.
Hell yeah.
So, look. So I think the issue with this show is okay for people who lived under a rock. Boruto is Naruto's son. Does everybody knows that, right? Class, looking at the class. Okay.
Boruto is Boruto's dad's son.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a continuation of, you know, that kind of, it's like the story of his son and his group of friends, essentially the kids of like Boruto, like Naruto's friends, and they had kids, they had kids, and it's that generation. It's a new generation. So it's this era of peace in the, you know, the ninja world. These kids are different. Being a ninja isn't a thing that like is a mandatory. There isn't war. But we kind of see the fibers of things like war is brewing somewhere. Like there's still evil in the world. Yeah. It just hasn't been completely evident. So a few of these arcs have been completely original, just, not based off the manga. Yeah. And those have been, in my opinion, the weaker of the arcs.
Okay.
Any of the arcs based off the manga, I liked a lot more.
Yeah.
I felt like the story was more concise, the animation was clean. One of the best fights was between Sakura and this fucking mass dude. I forgot what his name was, but fucking amazing. Seeing it in the manga, I was super pumped. Seeing it animated, fucking fucking jazzed. So for this last season, it's cool because I see that we're getting to the point where now we're going to start where the manga is, and I'm excited. As a whole, I don't think Boruto, for me, is as good as Naruto was.
Okay.
And also maybe because I'm just at a different point in my life of watching anime, Like when I watched Naruto, I was like a fucking teenager, I was like, this guy throws shurikens and he's a fucking cat dude, and he, he's like he's fucking, he turns into a sexy chick every now and then. This is the best,
Hell yeah.
And Boruto doesn't do any of that. Boruto doesn't turn to cat dude. Boruto doesn't turn to sexy chick. And these things bum me out. No, it's just, I'm saying my taste in anime has changed.
Yeah, your tastes have changed for sure.
But I still like watching it because I don't know, it reminds me of when I was younger, and it's a good watch for the most part. I don't think it's for everybody. I think you'd hate this. This show's just gonna go on forever.
Yeah, you know what? I initially watching it, I was like, oh man, maybe I should get in at the ground level. Mm-hmm. But then I very quickly realized it's going to last forever.
Yeah.
I don't need to be here for this.
No, you don't.
There's
you
really
don't.
A lot of things that I just don't care about. Because that was one of my problems when I was watching Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Is that even though it was only 148 episodes long compared to Naruto's 856.
Yeah, billion.
Yeah, I don't know. There were a lot of points where I was like, all right, so not a lot's happening. Okay, so there's not much going on here. Mm-hmm. And it feels like it could have been condensed by about 30 episodes for this whole arc, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And I know for sure Boruto would do that because at the point where they're at in the manga, they're going to quickly
run out of space. Yeah, they had to do filler stuff, and that's the killer of some things. It's just filler. Yeah. And people, sometimes just fucking shows just die with filler. I really liked One Piece when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. and I went away for a bit, came back, and like, oh my god, almost all of this is just fucking filler, and I just don't understand. So I'm gonna keep watching Boruto. I mean, eventually someday it'll end, and maybe I'll be along with it. Maybe at some point along the way I just fall off of it. But for the most part, I'm kind of just riding along and just kind of hoping to see some cool battles. So far we've seen a few cool fights, and there's like leading us to show that like these new generation of kids have some potential to be really badass. And the only thing I think you could look forward to is maybe they'll be in a Boruto Shippuden game or whatever, and like it'll be fun to play or something.
If there is a fun one, that's fucking cool, because I like the Naruto games a lot.
Yeah, which is great. Like you don't like Naruto, but you're like, yeah, the game's pretty solid.
The games are great, and I also really enjoy watching the animations in it. Mm-hmm. I fucking hated the last one because they weren't animations; they were just people talking over still frames, and dude, that was upsetting.
Come on, Trip. Come on. We said we weren't going to bash Naruto anymore.
Next up, we're talking about Juni Taisen Zodiac War, which is made by a studio we've never heard of called Graphinica, and it's based off of a novel, which actually you wound up buying me.
Yeah, you own it.
I haven't read much of it yet, but it's like pretty good. I think I prefer the show.
Oh, really? Then I'll just take my book back. Where is it?
It's in my car.
Oh, damn it. I can't even take it back.
I know, babe.
It's because you read it while you drive. That's so safe.
I do read and drive. It's pretty badass, honestly.
You just put your feet on the steering wheel and you start reading.
Yeah, I'm like, don't fucking bother me. I'm reading right now.
People are honking. Excuse me. I got to get to this period and then I can go.
And I just fishtail out of there. I'm like, fuck you guys.
So I want to quickly say that you and I talked about Juni Taisen. I finally figured out how to say it. Zodiac Wars earlier in the, like when it came out, and like we really were like on like hyped about it. But the thing is, we were kind of bummed out because we couldn't spoil it. You know,
it's one of those hard things. And for this, my initial impression of it, it's not groundbreaking.
No,
but fuck, it was fun.
It was.
I had such a good time watching it.
Yeah. So tell us the basic premise of this.
All right. So the whole idea is there are the 12 Zodiac, and they each have like some kind of like a house, I guess. I don't really know how to put it, but they have like a special organization of people, and then they choose representatives within their own houses to go and fight every 12 years.
Yeah.
So in these competitions is essentially just like who's the best Zodiac. Whoever wins gets to make a wish, any wish that they want, and it will become true.
It's a battle royale essentially. And the thing that I really liked about this was the added level where why even have this fight? You know, what's the point of this fight? And then we see that the prompter is also talking to like a bunch of like wealthy nations and people like in the shadows, and they're bidding on fighters. And that's how they're like resolving issues. It was like, I really like that. So
it's kind of like Rat Race, except it's a battle anime.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like Rat Race, but sexy and anime.
Yeah.
So how do we do this? Do we say what happened?
Right, so essentially what starts out is everybody gets to the hall that they're meeting in to learn like what the battle's going to be. And immediately there's somebody who's dead on the ground. His head's cut off.
Yeah.
And then we see this rabbit guy who has a bloody sword in his hand.
He's like, I didn't do it.
Yeah, and he points the sword out, and he's just like, what? It wasn't me. Why do you think it was me? And he's like pointing the sword at somebody else.
And you're like, that guy's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. So it starts out with that, and then a guy comes out and he's like, all right, guys, so this is the competition. You have this whole city. Your goal is to kill each other.
Eat this poison pill.
Yeah, like you all have a jewel on your table. Just like grab it and then eat it. And he's like, all right, cool. So you guys just ate the poison. So you all need to kill each other. And one person collects all of them, bring them all to me. And then I will give you the cure. So that'll be good shit. So essentially, they immediately get into it. What winds up happening is there is like an alliance that starts to form. Immediately, this woman, Monkey, she's like, hey, who wants to form an alliance? I want to get out of this without anybody having to die. So I think we should form an alliance and we should talk about it because I do have a plan. And then a few people raise their hands and fucking shit goes wild.
Yeah.
And that's like as much as I'm willing to say without spoiling anything. Sure. So let's jump into the spoiler part. Just like go forward a couple minutes.
Here we go. We're going to spoil it. Go forward. I don't know. We'll give each other 3 minutes to talk about this.
That sounds fine.
Yeah. And then we'll talk. We'll just go to the next episode. Okay, so who do you think was going to take it all? Who do you think was going to win?
I really wanted it to be the bird girl after I learned her power.
Yeah, okay.
And then I really wanted it to be the tiger.
Okay, because she was pretty dope.
Yeah. But I was thinking it was, I can't remember exactly when each character died.
Oh, I can. Which one do you want to know dead?
Did Monkey die before we got to learn about Tiger? Like see Tiger fight the goat.
Yeah, Monkey died before that.
Cool. So I thought it was going to be Monkey for a little bit. I thought she was going to like actually find a way to get out of this. And then I wanted it to be Tiger, but at that point I was like, it's going to be Rat. There's like no fucking way.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is like they like the one thing I will give this show the props is there was times where I was like, God, they're doing exactly what I thought they were gonna do, and then they would trick me. I was like, you know what, good job, you pulled one over on me.
They did some good shit.
Yeah, they were making it seem like that Monkey had it. You know, Monkey's the one that's gonna do it. She's our main character, and when she gets fucking killed before a bunch of other people, I was like, really? I was like, ooh, I'm super surprised. Yeah. I was also super stoked to see the rooster, you know, do stuff, and then because her power was dope, her backstory was dope.
Yeah,
and then she just died.
Deal.
Biggest issue with this show is that sometimes we got backstory on characters who were already dead or instantly died.
Well, it was really predictable. That's the thing. It's like, oh shit, that character's gonna die here. It was like always predictable.
I really like I said it from the back. Like my favorites were Ox and Rat. Like I really liked Ox's design for some reason. No, I used to like the vibe of Ox, and I really liked like the design of Rat. Yeah, and when Rat took it, I was like, cool. And then when we found out Rat's power, I was like, you know what? I really like that. Mm-hmm. So Rat has this ability where he can like live things 100 times. Yeah,
he gets to live through scenarios like 100 different ways. Before he locks it in, the best one,
And so people kept like people kept like doing this thing where they kept looking at Rat and they're like, why does he seem so familiar? And it was never explained till the very end. It's just like because he technically kind of lived those lives, so it was almost like deja vu. And I thought that was really fucking cool.
It was pretty neat.
I liked how he took it. I'm glad he took it. But then like the last episode kind of had me feeling like, oh well, the fuck's the point? Because you know he took it and they was just kind of in that whole episode of him being like, well, what's the point of winning? Now I got to figure out what my wish is or whatever. And he kind of settles on what? Nothing, really?
He settles on forgetting everything.
Yeah, which is like...
You know what? That's not like the best wish that there could have been. Like, he could have brought everyone back to life, or he could have like wished for something
Bunny,
a lot better.
Fucking monster.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Bunny just wanted some friends, man.
Dude, Bunny was creepy.
Bunny was a great villain.
Bunny could almost take it, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I definitely, like, near the end, I was like... If he's just gonna win this, that's fucking cool because they like really made him like an antagonist.
Monster. Yeah, no, and he would have been like, his wish would have been like, I want to make everybody my friend and kill everybody in the world. Biggest disappointment was seeing Dragon just get killed in a second because I was like, oh,
after you see his whole backstory,
they're about to fucking fight, and it was just like, and then he just hits his head decapitated. I was like, oh, awesome, but at the same time, I felt really cheated. Point is, this show was cool. It wasn't like amazing. It definitely had some episodes that were like more boring than others, but there were some really sweet fights in it.
There were some really cool fights, and it made me care about some of the characters a lot. I thought that the ending was very different than the way it could have been, with Rat winning, and then he goes through all the different scenarios and like decides that the best option is everything is horrible. He's fucking exhausted all the time. That's why you see him like in the whole show. He's sleeping, just like trying to sleep and like barely making it by. It's because he knows where everyone is and kind of what's happening, and he's just trying to catch a little bit.
Like his brain's working a million times a minute. Yeah, and then like one of the options, like maybe I'll advance my power to do 1,000 times. I was like, dude, calm the fuck down. So all in all, you know, I'd say it was a good show. One thing I would say is the animation at some points is really shitty. Like the art style is kind of ugly. Yeah. And then you also have to get past the fact that there's 3D like fighting. But
you know what? It never really bothered me.
At first it did, and then I was like, you know what? These are pretty cool. Some of these are pretty dope. I really like them. So good show. I'm really happy we both finished this one.
And the thing with this too is that it was all based on this little short, like, the show was based on the novel that was based on the short story of Rat trying to make the decision. That's all it was. It was just like, yo, congratulations for winning this competition. You get to make any wish you want.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, no thanks. And then he dies a whole bunch. Just like, okay, let's do it. And then he makes his decision. Yeah. So it shows him living through all those scenarios and being like, I just want to forget. I don't want anything. I just don't want any part of any of this.
Is that why you're saying, that's why you're telling me that Juni Taisen is like a prequel to
Zodiac War? Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty neat though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. All in all, pretty solid show.
Fun show.
Not perfect, but I think it's for some people, and some people would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Next up, Blood, Blockade, Battlefront, and Beyond, done by Bones, based off of manga. This is actually the second season of a show, and
that's where the Beyond
that's
comes
when Beyond
from.
comes through.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't get around to finishing this because the way I was watching it was through the dub, the simul dub.
Yeah.
And the simul dub's not done yet. I think I got like 2 or 3 episodes left.
Yeah, usually they're a few episodes behind.
But I'll have you know, I really fucking dig this show.
Nice,
like,
good.
So essentially, it's this weird world where all of a sudden this fucking our world in New York City combined with this other dimension, and it becomes this new like fucking this like cloud of fucking nuts. Like there's like it's like demons and werewolves and you know fucking vampires and aliens and all these different creatures now live in New York, and it's just kind of a thing. And we join this character who somehow acquired these eyes of God where he can just kind of like see everything and see the names of vampires and stuff, and he joins this secret organization called Libra, and their job is just to protect the city and do their best. And the show's really fun. There's like a lot of cool characters in it, a lot of really great designs in my opinion, a lot of fun animation. It's gonna be crass at some points, you know, and there's like good fights, and I don't know, it makes me care about these people. And I remember I didn't watch this all like right off the back when it came through. I gave it a few weeks, and then I started watching it, and like it really brought me back to the first season. I was like, man, I really fucking like this show. I'm bummed I couldn't finish it because you know I didn't want to. I'm just still used to the English dub. I just don't want to like
go watch. Hard.
Yeah, go to the Japanese the subs or whatever. So I'm okay with not finishing it just yet. But honestly, solid fucking show. Clean animation, great music. I always love the intros and outros. I mean, I'd recommend this show to you. Have you seen Blockade, the first one?
Yeah. I was the one that figured it out. I watched about 6 episodes of it. It wasn't a show for me, which I was kind of bummed about because, man, it looked good. The whole idea was great.
It's Bones, right?
Yeah.
We love Bones.
Bones has done pretty much nothing bad.
Great stuff, yeah.
Everything that they make looks fucking fantastic. And a lot of different styles, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They do bungo, too, right?
They do bungo.
Yeah, they're fucking amazing. Like, just the quality of their animation is, like, just fucking... It's like a tier above of other people. I really like this show, and I hope they keep making it. I don't know where the manga is. I don't know if it's over. I don't know if this season ends and it's just over. I hope not, because I'm really enjoying it.
Maybe there'll be a movie.
Shut the fuck up.
They might do that. I mean, because Bungo Stray Dogs has had 2 seasons now, and they have a movie coming out. So maybe it's going to be the same kind of format. Maybe they're like getting into that whole thing, man.
I do wish that evil upon me. It's probably cheaper to make the movie anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, so, I mean, I can't really tell you too much about the show just because every episode is just kind of like another mission in this wacky place. And yeah, it's just a bunch of fun characters, and it's just a continuation of the first season. Do you need to see the first season to understand this? Kinda, sorta. Like, I mean, you could probably jump into this and watch it. But I mean, there's a bunch of reoccurring characters that come through, so it's beneficial to see the first season. So
honestly, it was a pretty good time. Like watching the first season was a lot of fun. I just had other shit going on that I wanted to watch.
No, I get it. So in my opinion, 2 thumbs way up for this show. I really like it.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we're going to talk about Black Clover being made by Studio Pierrot, based off of a manga. Now, this could have been the next Naruto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
But thank God they were like 50 episodes and we're done. I'm like, okay, good. I don't have to be committed to something else. Mm-hmm. So Black Clover follows a couple of kids. It follows these orphans who... One of them winds up getting this power. They both want to become the Wizard King, who is the person who like protects and like rules over all the land. And he's like a good dude. Nobody's like, fuck the Wizard King, at least that I've seen in the show so far.
Wizard King, by the way, super sexy.
Super hot.
Have you seen him yet?
I have seen him yet. I finished this. Yeah.
Dude, he's hot, man.
Keep watching. It's fucking good. So yeah, you essentially start out and you're following these kids, and then they're like, okay, we have to go, and we're going to go get our grimoires. And that's the thing that lets you cast like crazy kinds of magic.
Well, yeah, it's good. It's nice to note that everybody in this world can use some level of magic.
Yeah, exactly.
So, except for one of our main characters.
So we see like they are rivals. They have established, all right, we're both going to be the Wizard King, but I'm going to be it first because I'm better than you, and then I'll always be it, essentially.
And the other one's just like,
yeah,
sure, bro. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like one's a talkative, yelly Naruto guy, and the other one's like stoic, cool, calm, collected Sasuke guy.
Yeah, and
kind of like Naruto.
It's just Naruto, but with like magic instead of ninja magic. So whatever. Anyways, so we get to see these main characters like kind of bickering at each other for a while, and then they go and they get their grimoires. One of them actually gets one, and it's a 4-leaf clover, which is the same one that the Wizard King has, and nobody else has it. And like, oh fuck, you are going to be the next Wizard King. Good job, kid.
Yeah.
And then they're getting fucked over by some guy who knows magic like really well. Immediately after they leave, he's like, I'm going to chain you up and I'm going to fucking kill you and steal your books because you got the best book and I'm going to eat you. And then Asta, our main character, is just like, I'm strong and I'm going to punch my way out of this. And then he gets wrapped up. But suddenly he gets his grimoire. Even though he didn't get one during the ceremony, he gets one now.
What?
And he gets a giant fucking sword that can slice through magic and reflect magic, depending on
it's like
how
an
he does it.
anti-magic kind of thing. Yeah. He's got a black grimoire with like a 5-leaf clover on it. It's really fucking beat up.
It's like from the devil or some shit.
Like it hasn't reoccurred since he pulled it out, but there was like this weird scary shadow that appeared behind him. Looked like a demon kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, then you know the story progresses. They go to the city. They become magical knights or whatever, which is like the next step to essentially become the Hokage. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant the Wizard King.
Yep, pretty much.
So yeah.
And there's like a little battle competition that happens, and it's like every
fucking shonen ever, right? Like there's a tournament.
Like, oh man, how's this guy with no magic gonna do well in the magic competition?
Does fine, by the way.
Yeah. Well, he fails literally everything until it's like, all right, time to fight, and then he's just like, oh, okay, I win.
I know how to
do
this. Yeah.
And we previously saw this guy who was like, hey, you get in my way, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And then he's like, oh shit, my bad, big magic man.
With the cigarette and wife beater.
Like that guy's intense. And then once everyone's being chosen, because it's like, you know, schoolyard rules where it's like, who do you want? I don't want that guy. That guy's
a loser. That guy's magic sucks.
Yeah, exactly. So essentially they just go through and they choose everybody. And then it gets to Asta and they're like, I don't know. Who wants him? And nobody raises their hand. And he's like, but I'm fucking good at magic and I'm going to be the Wizard King.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, I'm going to fucking kill you. Turns out he's on the council and he's just like, look, you showed me some good magic. I fucking like you.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit. You're going to do everything I say and you can't do shit about that.
Yeah.
And then Asta's like, oh, fuck yeah. But also that's like kind of scary. And the whole time he's yelling like,
yeah. So he ends up joining the Black Bulls, which is like this, like the lowest ranked of the magical knights.
I wish I could remember his rival's name.
It's Asta and what's his face.
So what's his face gets on like the best one.
Yeah. He's like, which
only the royals get to do.
It's like the Golden Griffin or something like that, essentially.
Yeah, essentially what happens is everybody that's in royalty has more magic capabilities, and they're also like really highly represented,
or nobility, essentially. Like like they're just like. They're like almost guaranteed higher spots, you know, or whatever. Yeah,
and so like better magic.
And they're fucking orphans from the boonies. So it's like they're not guaranteed anything.
And they say the boonies so many fucking times, which I love because like it's an expression that I've known my whole life, but it's not something that you've heard in anime, say a lot. Yeah. And then in anime, they're like, out from the boonies. Oh man, you're way out in the boonies. Whoa. Oh, we're in the boonies right now. It's just like, why are you guys booning so hard?
Yeah. So we see a couple episodes where like Asta gets sent on his first mission. To go kill essentially like these boars, but it turns into having to protect this, you know, this city.
That's like pretty badass.
Yeah,
too.
And like this guy's like a bad guy, and he does like ice stuff, and he, you know, they kill him or whatever, they defeat him, and then Asta's group acquires a star. You know, we also get introduced to a girl who's of nobility, but got chosen by the Black Bulls because she can't control her powers at all, and she's related to somebody who is like not a captain, but like the right hand man to one of the captains from a better, you know, group or whatever. You know, and there's a bunch of like wacky characters in the Black Bulls. You know, there's a giant guy who doesn't talk much, but his power is to shapeshift, which is super fun.
Yeah,
there's a tiny. I really like him too. There's a tiny girl who eats everything. There's like a sexy drunk chick who can do thread stuff. There's a guy that all he wants to do is fight. He's like, yeah, fight me now.
Also, they had a little like initiation between him and Asta, and I loved that too.
Yeah.
Where Asta's like, all right, so I'm gonna dodge his attacks and like whatever.
Oh, that's a fireball guy. The other guy. Yeah.
The fireball. Oh yeah, he's not the one that wants to fight.
There's one guy.
He's the one that was fighting with him. Yeah.
There's one guy who literally is like, "Oh, are you gonna fight me today, Captain?" He's just like, "Not today." He's like, "Oh, I just want to fight so bad." I
forgot about the one.
And then there's the guy who like is obsessed with his little sister, and he always has a nosebleed. Who's really creepy.
Yeah, I don't like him. I don't like his deal.
I don't like his deal at all. And then there's a guy who's like thinks he's a super sexy pretty boy, and then I think Sierra's favorite person, I think, and I can only tell this because he laughs every time, is a guy that kind of looks like Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, I like him too. He's just like this really spooky dude who hangs out in the background, and he just like says weird shit. And honestly, you can't hear it.
It's funny,
but you could see the subtitles.
It's so funny. He talks so quietly, and just like, and people were like, "What? What?
What the fuck was?"
Dude's hilarious. So it's just like a wacky group of people, and like.
They're all outcasts for one reason or another.
But they're all competent. They're not incompetent. I mean, they're not. Yeah.
And their leader is apparently like the most strong person that anyone knows. Yeah. According to the way that everyone reacts to him.
They're a little incompetent because apparently you get stars from the Wizard King if you do good and to measure things up.
This is a Gryffindor Slytherin type system going on.
So like the fucking bulls are negative stars. Like they like owe stars. They've been doing so bad, and like they get the star and ask like, oh, requires how far are we from catching up? It's like, oh, like we're super close to the leaders. We're only 100 stars away. And they're like, wait, what? And there's like, and then they like lose a star again, and they're like, fuck. Okay, wow, we're 101 stars away. We can do it. So yeah, you can just kind of tell that the show is just a bunch. It's really it's shonen and it's catered towards like a younger audience because it's not too serious yet. Yeah. Serious shit will come on later, and we get that. But for now, Ass is still kind of, he's learning who he is, and he's going to become better. And for my money, he's going to eventually become the Wizard King. I'm just guessing.
You know what? I have to guess the same thing. Yeah. And I'm going to throw this out there. This is the first time that there will ever be 2 Wizard Kings.
Dude, you know what? I would not be surprised if there are 2 Wizard Kings. They're just like, they're going to rule together. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
They're a good balance. So,
Good for them.
It hasn't even happened.
No, yet. But once you've said it, I'm just like, yeah, that's totally going to happen. Yeah. So all in all, the show's fine. It's not like amazing or anything.
I wouldn't recommend it to everybody, but it's a fun shonen. Yeah. Some people can't get over Asta's voice because it's fucking obnoxious.
Oh man.
But I had an easy time after watching I think 2 or 3 episodes. I was like, you know what? I don't care. Everyone's like, this kid's a piece of shit.
Yeah, everybody.
And I fucking love that. I'm like, yeah, this kid is a piece of shit. And then like the next episode, I'm like, I like this piece of shit. He's like got a lot of heart, and he's a good guy. And I just liked him.
I think the bit that really got me, like, it took me a long time to get over his voice, but there's a character who goes, ha ha.
I like him a lot too.
Like he
what's up? Yeah,
like,
that's not my name.
Aston does this thing where he's like, hey, haha. He's like, what? Like, my name is this. He's like, okay, haha. When he did that, I'm like, oh man, this guy's a good dude. Like,
yeah.
Like, so yeah. I mean, the show's fine, and it looks pretty good. I mean, it's not like gorgeous.
No, there's some cool fights. Like,
but there's some cool scenes.
So excited for the end of it already, which is, it's kind of fucked up to say, but like, I'm not excited for it to be over necessarily, but I'm excited for like the culmination of everything that happens.
How many episodes do you think have gone? It's like,
there have been 12, 13.
Yeah, that's like a fifth.
We're like a quarter, yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty close to getting those 50 episodes. So, you know what? I think the pacing I think they should pick up the pace a little bit in the next upcoming things.
I agree with that, because they so far have essentially established like their backstory, shown a little bit of their training, and then they jumped forward in time a little bit too. They were just like, all right, you're out on your first mission. But then we were like, okay, so it's been like a week. And they're like, it's been like a couple months. I think that you should probably be on your first mission. Here's your pay. Yeah. And then they're sending like their pay for a little bit to the orphanage that they had stayed at. They've been writing them. And I'm like, okay, so the fact that they're writing them means that it's been at least like a week.
It hasn't been a day or whatever. Yeah. You know what's good though? I think they have added the hints that there are bad people out in the world. Yeah. But it's not clear that there's like a super big bad, because once we saw the Wizard King in 2 specific episodes, he almost seems like he's invincible because of what he can do. Yeah. So I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to throw at him to be like, why is it necessary for our main characters to be here? You know?
Right. I also really want our main character to get like, at some point, I want him to have the ability, not necessarily to fly, but to travel. Yeah. Because he can't fly. Everyone else can. They have these like, the dude who's essentially his mentor has this like crazy motorcycle broomstick,
like over the top motorcycle,
and then the guy has this like super fucking pompous
like
chariot. Yeah.
Well, no, it's like a dinky chariot because like the guy that Ass is rivals with, he has a really dope chariot. You know, like
oh yeah, he's great. But no, the Hoo-Ha guy has like just it's like
stupid.
It's himself, but like as a mermaid essentially.
It's the lamest thing in the world.
It looks fucking stupid, and I love it. So I'm enjoying this show. I want to watch more.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep watching it. Let's go to the next one. Yeah,
The Ancient Magus Bride, made by Wit Studio, is based off of a manga. Now, starting out this season, I was like, holy shit, I hope this show's great because it looks fucking stellar. Like everything that I saw of it was like how great. They've done a wonderful job building this world. There's so much more that I want to see. It was pretty dark to start out, and I want to see like more things happening. But my opinion changed quickly.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying here. So I remember this was like a 3-part miniseries that came out a few seasons ago.
Yeah, the first episode of that, pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I really, really like that.
Yeah.
Second episode of it focused more on backstory, so I was like, interesting. The third episode just did the exact same thing. It was like a continuation of that backstory.
And then it just was kind of, and then like, oh, we're gonna get a series of this. Cool. So
so I was excited.
I like the show. So basically, it's about this guy who is a mage, right? And he's like not human. He's got this weird like skull head or whatever, and he's a big old mountain of a dude. And he buys the redheaded chick who's a Japanese girl from this auction. And he was like, you're mine. You belong to me now. And he's like, okay. And it turns out that she is some sort. I forget the word.
I want to say it's Slay Bella, but I feel
Slay
like
Belly
it's not.
Or something like that.
Slay
Belly or something like that. Point is that she's some sort of like magical being. It's not. They can be anything. They're not. They're rarely humans that have immense powers, but they don't live very long because their body can't like withstand the amount of power that's going like coursing through them or whatever.
Slay Beggy.
So Beggy, yes, which sounds like a fucking derogatory term almost. So she's
on my slay Beggy.
Yeah. So she like I said, she has this immense power, but it affects her physically, and she's doesn't know this, but she's later told that like slay Beggies usually don't live that long. They usually die pretty young.
Yeah.
And so the other guy, the mage.
He's not our main character, but man, he is our main character because our main character doesn't do shit.
Yeah, I forget what his name is. Elias, I think his name's Elias. Buys her, and then he's like, "Look, I want to try to help you. You're not my apprentice. Like, I'm going to teach you how to do magic or whatever. I also want to try to like you're kind of like an experiment. I wanted to see if I can make sure you don't die because of what
that
kind
comes
of thing
a little bit later.
Yeah. But I'm just like coalescing with the things like.
So he's like, I want to marry you, and you're my family.
Yeah, you're also my wife, but you're not if you don't want to, but you're kind of my bride. No big deal.
Yeah.
So
and honestly, since she's been like abused her whole life and been an orphan, she's like, whatever, man. You called me family, and that's pretty fucking cool.
Bro, you gave me a home and a bathy tub, so we're good.
Hells yeah.
Anyways, this girl has a really shit life. Like her mom tried to kill her, which is super fucked. You know, she just went from home to home. You know, because she would see things, magical things that people didn't see. So people always thought she was crazy. I kind of felt for the chick. I felt bad for her.
Yeah.
The issue with this show, and I hear you here, it's really slow, and our main character is really vanilla. She doesn't really do shit.
She doesn't. While I was watching it, I couldn't help but think of this comic strip from The Onion, or not. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Not The Onion. The Oatmeal. And he's done all these ridiculous fucking things, but he talked about Twilight once. And he was saying that he read Twilight on the plane because everyone was freaking out about it. He's like, all right, so let's see what the fuck it is.
I read Twilight.
And
the first one.
He was saying that he could not remember the main character's name while he was like writing the whole bit. So he just called her Pants because he's like the pants that any girl reading the book can put on. And then they are that character. Just so lackluster that you could put yourself in this character's place.
I can't remember her name.
Bella.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, I got you.
I got the other ones too, though. Fucking Edward, Jacob, boom, done. The ones that matter.
Nailed it, yeah.
Anyways, so I understand your issue with this, and she might be the fucking Bella fucking Twilight of anime. Like, you know, like essentially like
that's kind of the way that this whole thing feels. Is it's like she's doing such cool shit, and it is like a reverse harem kind of thing. Like a lot of people are after her in some way or another. There's this this dragon guy who's fucking cool.
Oh,
he's like bros with all the dragons, but I don't understand his deal really.
Well, you didn't watch all of it. You got
I watched like 6 episodes.
I watched the whole thing, and only to find out 13 episodes in that it's a 2-core thing. So there's to be 24 episodes. I was like, oh, that makes sense. It makes sense as to like why I don't feel like this season has wrapped up or whatever.
Honestly, I felt like the pacing was so slow.
Super slow.
They definitely shouldn't have stretched it out to 2-core if they were going to do this. And I have more complaints that I'm going to talk about. Yeah.
So all that being said, it is slow, without a doubt. It is really pretty though. That's one thing we can say.
I will give it 100% gorgeous.
Yeah.
World building on fucking lock.
Character design I feel is fucking gorgeous. I really, man, I like a lot about the show. I also don't like a lot about the show. But the biggest issue with me not liking it is just, she's kind of boring. She's boring, and it's really slow. Whenever cool things do happen, like, oh man, something awesome happened, and then for the next 3 episodes, nothing cool happens. It's just a bunch of her wanting to talk to Elias, and Elias is just like, I'll explain it to you later, and then he doesn't, and then it's just like, okay. We do get to find out what the dragon dude is. He was Elias's, master.
Former apprentice.
Yeah. No, Elias was his apprentice. Oh. He showed Elias how to like. He found Elias in the woods, and then like he took him to his apprentice, and like, hey, what is he? And Elias has no memories of who he is or what he is. Didn't have a name, anything. And so he's like, okay. And she's like, you're going to teach him magic. He's like, you're going to teach him how to be a mage. And he's like, fuck. Okay, I guess I'm going to teach you how to be a mage. And like they spend time together. And Elias starts realizing that at one point in time, he doesn't remember doing it, but he knows that he's eating human flesh. And he kind of scares him or whatever.
So he's kind of like a Wendigo.
Yeah, exactly. He's some weird creature that no one knows what he is. And we see him like morph out a couple times, and he's gnarly looking, dope looking.
That is what I wanted to see more than anything. They show up for like half a second in the intro, and I'm like, oh man, I want to see that. Yeah, because he looks like a Bloodborne boss, and I'm fucking all about that. That's
got to be like 6 or 7 episodes in or something like that.
You know what? We got 6 episodes in, and we were like, can't fucking do it.
No, man. I'm telling you, man, it's slow. It's a really slow burn. I like it. I like the show because of how pretty it is, and
it's gorgeous.
You know, a lot of times I'll watch things be just on the merit of how nice it looks. I'm just like, nice, boring as fuck, but it's a good watch. I also really like the dragon dude. You know, that mage. He has a really beautiful singing voice. Like I liked him. I was like, I like him a lot. And then he starts singing. It's like, I think I'm in love. Like I think I love this guy. It's picked up. She's now acquired a wand, and you know she's becoming more independent. She has a familiar who's a really cool like this dog that it's like turns into a human sometimes.
I didn't realize that was her familiar. That's cool.
It becomes his familiar after like she saves him. He was like this. He lost his sister, and so he's like he didn't know who he was, and they became familiars. It was really cute. I really like this episode where they where she's passed out because she did too much magic, right? And she's in the forest, and then the queen of all the what are fae, right? That's the queen of the fae shows up because she wants to see.
Is she the one with the green hair?
Yeah.
That's the episode I didn't watch. That's like the next one.
Oh, and she's she's a chick with green hair and like antlers or whatever, and she wants to see Elias's new bride. And like I really fucking liked her what's it called, her
character design?
Her design, right? The people that are with her, she's like riding reindeers or whatever.
That's cool.
The dude, he's that like his like the illustrious queen or whatever. Like he's like this weird looking, almost looks like a Momoto from Zatch Bell. He's got like a bush, like a what's it called? As like a cloak, and he's got like a wooden face, and then he's just like, oh, where's your husband? He's just like, I left him at home because he's an idiot. Guess what? Husband was there the whole time. He's this wacky centaur. Oh my fucking god. Like there's so many little things about the show that I love, and it's all visual and it's all character designs. But
that's why I wanted to like this show so much.
That is why I like the show.
Yeah.
And but I understand it is really boring at points, and the pacing is horrible, and the bitch is super boring. So like maybe I'll like just let you know like the best of hits, you know, like watch episode 16, this super cool thing happens.
Right, yeah.
But that's the basic lowdown of what I think of Ancient Magus Brides. I really like the way it looks, and that's the only reason I watch it.
All right, so time for me to bitch about it. So here's the thing. the sound design is lacking so much. There's a lot of sound effects that just aren't really there. A lot of the times with shows, they'll add in sound effects to make it busier and make it more active. Just like they don't need to be there, but they do, and they make it more appropriate for what's going on. Because watching it, not a lot's happening. And it's not supposed to be one of those calm shows where there's not a lot happening. And if there isn't much happening, it needs to have some kind of sound effects where it's like just environmental or music or something like that. But it doesn't have that. And there are a lot of points too where it'll just focus on a character while other characters are talking out of frame, but it won't have the person reacting. They're just standing there and nothing's happening. And it does a lot of these still shots where absolutely nothing's happening. They're already being pretty lazy in terms of animation, considering Eliza's character design. He doesn't have to move his mouth at all. He just talks.
Yeah, or he'll open it like barely, like
yeah. And there's like nothing going on there. So they don't have much animation going on. That being said, everything's fucking gorgeous. They did such an amazing job with making everything look great. But the animation itself is really lacking in some places. It's either non-existent or it's too slow or something like that. And it really didn't appeal to me. So more than anything, I feel like the music and sound design was the biggest thing that was lacking. Mm-hmm. And then some of the shots were just unnecessarily slow. There's a whole scene, I think it's in the second or third episode, where she's flying with the dragon that's about to die. Mm-hmm. And she's just standing in the sky with her like hand on the dragon. And they're not moving. They're just like floating for a long time with nothing happening. I don't know. It just felt unnecessary and weird. So there are a lot of points in it where I was just like, more things need to happen. It's gorgeous. I want to like it. I don't care about the main character, which fucking sucks. I'm like, yeah, sad story. I get it. Everything in your life is terrible. But like, I want you to have a personality. And I understand that, you know, after being through so much abuse, it's hard to have a personality. It's like you really are reclusive, but I kind of need to see things. I need to see more internal monologue going on. That's one of the things that I think we're lacking more than anything in this, is a lot of like those moments where there isn't anything, where there's a lot of silence. You could have some internal monologue. So
yeah, man. I mean, I agree with everything you said.
Oh god, it looks so fucking good. Just
fuck you. Like I love the way it looks, and I love the character designs.
It really looks good.
It's like just eye candy for me.
I completely agree.
But no, I agree. This show's definitely not for everybody. I know a guy who's like a huge like fan of like battle animates and stuff, and he likes this show, and it's weird. He's just like, no, man, I like the way it looks. And he's like, I'm like, nothing's happening. He's like, yeah, it's pretty though. I was like, yeah, no, I agree. It's definitely pretty.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I do wish more happened.
Yeah, me too, man. All right, cool. Next up,
we're going to talk a little bit about Welcome to the Ballroom.
Yeah, really quick. So Welcome to Ballroom is just a continuation of from last season or whatever.
Yeah, it's made by Production IG, and it is based off of nothing. It's an original anime.
Cool. I did not know that. I mean, I probably did. Just probably forgot.
Yeah.
I like this show. It's about a boy who discovers the sport of ballroom dancing.
Fuck yeah.
And he wants to become a ballroom dancer because his life is kind of just... It's not like... He's just like a mediocre, like he's vanilla essentially, and he wants to be somebody, and so he aspires to become a dancer. And so we've seen in the last season him making the steps, entering a tournament, not doing too well. I mean a competition, him finding a partner, who and we see like the turmoils of like her trusting him, becoming a leader, and then him stepping up, becoming a leader in ballroom dancing. And it's just like a really pretty visual show of them like moving and dancing and stuff, and it's got music and characters, and it's funny, and I think it's a good show. I really like it. I don't think it's for everybody. There are parts where it's kind of repetitive. It's like, okay, now they're gonna do the thing where they dance, and sometimes they don't even show the dancing. They just kind of it's a lot of posing. But I really get a kick out of it because of how seriously they're taking this. And at the end of this arc, our character has won his first tournament, like his first competition, and it's super surprising because he's beat some really good competitors, and he hasn't been doing it for too long. His partner finally trusts him, and they've agreed that they're going to continue dancing together, because at first they were like, the deal was, we're going to dance, and then once we win, we're done. Like, I don't want to dance with you ever again. But they've kind of made this bond, and I really like seeing them together. And it's a cute thing. It's not like it's not a love thing. It's more like just a partner friend thing. Like, hey, I trust you, you trust me. I really like the show. I think it's good. There's There's a lot of good things about it. There's some episodes where it's like, I could take it or leave them. But they do a good job of making ballroom dancing, which is something I would never find interesting, kind of interesting.
Hey, look, they did it.
Yep.
They did the thing.
They did the thing.
So that's wonderful. And that's on Amazon Strike as well, or it's on Amazon
Video,
Prime now.
Yeah, Prime Video.
So that's
now.
pretty rad. As well as Girls Last Tour, which is made by White Fox and is based off of a web manga. So in Girls Last Tour, we follow two girls who are in some kind of a post-apocalyptic, really desolate future. Mm-hmm. And they're just trying to get by. But it's not the show that I want it to be.
Did you watch all of it?
I watched about half of it.
I didn't. I just watched the one episode. I never got around back to it.
It's a slice of life.
Okay.
I was kind of anticipating that, but not in the same way that it happens. They get by. They find little things to do in each episode. They'll like be really cold. They find an area with hot water. They take a like bath in the snow.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then they argue over food. And then they go and they wash their clothes somewhere else. They're like, holy shit, like clean water. We could do this and it's flowing. Let's take care of it. And they find a fish. And they're like, what the fuck is that? That's alive. It's a fish. They find another person. They just like do little things every episode. But it's goofy. I don't know. The girls are sweet. It's cute. There's not much going on. I would keep watching it if I just needed something easy to watch in my downtime.
Yeah.
I like the desolation. I like the difficulty that they have getting by without making it like seem like these people are about to die constantly and like everything's terrible in the world. They're just like, this is just life. And like, oh, sick. Look at this. Hey, you got more rations? Super cool. I don't know. I like the simplicity of everything. And I don't know if it builds into something, but from the most part, this is just a nice little time. It's easy to watch. Not a lot happens, so you don't have to focus too hard on it. It's a sweet show. Not much more to say.
I like
the animation's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's an interesting looking thing. I remember just seeing that first episode, and the bit that really caught my eye was when they fought over the last chocolate, and like one held a gun to the other one. I was like, whoa, like I thought we were friends or whatever.
That's essentially as dark as it gets.
And that's what I was hoping. I was hoping that like we'd see more of this.
Me too.
And after hearing your like summary, I'm like, well, it sounds like it is just a slice of life.
It really is.
And they bicker about food, but they're still best friends and blah blah blah. So it doesn't sound like a show for me. But it could have been something really cool. It looks pretty though. I'm like
it looks really like the characters kind of look like squishy.
Yeah,
I think is the best way to put it.
And the world looks really worn out and really rough. You know?
Yeah, it's a lot of just like grays and a lot of industrial, I guess, kind of looks.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's like really cool world building. Again, this is something which I'm always impressed by. So I really wanted to watch this. I was like, holy shit, like this looks so fucking cool. And it wound up not really being much, but it was a nice time. That's kind of how Ancient Magus Bride was for me. I'm just like, this looks so fucking cool. Oh, this is okay.
Yeah.
Like, didn't impress me in anything more than the amazing world building.
Absolutely.
But yeah, this is a sweet, fun, lighthearted show. It was pretty cool when they got to run into a guy who was blowing up a building so that he could get across a gap. He was making a bridge with the building. And they were like, hey, you fucking cool? And he's like, yeah, I'm really fucking cool.
You guys fucking cool?
And then they just like hang out. Like, we're going to go this way. Oh, nice. Me too. And they get to the place that they needed to go. And then he's just like, all right, well, it was cool meeting you guys. And they're like, yeah, man, peace. And I'm like, all right, see you never. And I don't know. It's interesting. It's a slice of life. So you don't have to watch like every episode. Maybe check it out if you're into a slice of life with a little bit like different theme, because most slice of life has just like the whole school theme and going
or
on.
Like they own a shop, or like they just drink coffee, or they're in some sort of they're friends.
Yeah, and they usually feel like kids or something in slice of life, high schoolers.
Can you try to gauge how old these girls are?
That's what I like about this.
You can't really tell, right? Just because of the way they look. Like they could be really young. They could be super. They could be in their teens.
And they're living a whole different life than anybody in any slice of life that I've really seen.
It's an interesting world. I love the bit when they find the chocolate bars and they don't know what the words say. I was just like, what? You don't know what the language is? Where the fuck are you guys?
Yeah, they've never had chocolate.
Yeah.
They didn't know that was something that existed.
Yeah, it's a cool thing. it sucks. It didn't turn out to be something I would have really liked.
And you know what? Whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is. Next up, Just Because with an exclamation mark by Pine Jam, and it's an original.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Have we heard of Pine Jam before?
Yeah, they've been around. They've done a couple of things.
Okay, so Just Because was exclusively on Amazon Strike, and now they're on Amazon Video. Prime. Because Strike no longer exists. Fuck you, Strike. This is one that I would watch one episode, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get back to this because I think I'd like it.
Yeah, it had really good characters. The world felt real. Mm-hmm. It was pretty.
Yeah, and I got around to it like 2 nights ago. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch this, and I binged the shit out of this. And this show is made for Juan. This is like the quintessential show that Juan likes. Like we were talking about like what kind of shows we like, and you were like, you like more family things, family oriented things.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? If I had to rank them, it goes, survival animes, people just kill each other because of fucked up situations. Second is just love, and it's not like it doesn't even have to be passionate, deep love. It's like middle school love, high school love, And then third of all was just like some stupid battle shonen shit, I had to rank stuff. So this is essentially a story about, people who are in love, and they're in high school and they're graduating and they're at that point in their life where some of them are going to college, some of them are going to join the real world and work. And, it's just, they got to figure out how to confess their love, You know
what? I really do want to watch this show as well. I'm not telling you not to spoil anything.
Yeah.
But the fact that you say there's a lot of like love triangle stuff going on.
I mean, okay, love triangle to the point where it's like, I would say there's 2 love triangles. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And so the main character, the main gist of the story is like, a kid has come back to a place where he used to live, right? He moved away in middle school, and he's come back to high school where some of his middle school friends are now going there. But it's essentially like the last semester, but he has to go to school somewhere, which I don't know if I missed this part. I might have fell asleep or something, or it just went by me. The kid doesn't even get put into an actual classroom. He just gets like a little tiny room to himself because he's been admitted to essentially to a school. I guess in Japan you get a recommendation where you don't have to take the exam. You're like, your grades are so good, they're like, dude, we want you. Mm-hmm. So he's already got a recommendation to a really good school. So he's just like, what do I do for the rest of the semester? So he's kind of, oh well, there's nothing to do. So he just sits in a room and spends time by himself. Anyways, so that's going on. So his guy meets up with his friend who used to be on the baseball team together. And then there's a girl who was the class vice president in middle school. She likes the baseball dude, and then he likes the girl that was vice president, but the baseball dude likes this other chick. That's that triangle, okay? And then later on, the chick that liked the baseball dude no longer likes him, starts liking the other dude back, but then there's also this younger girl who's in the photography club who ends up liking the new transfer student. So there's 2 triangles. Yeah, and they're not like, oh, I hate you for this, I hate you for that. It's not super like, what's soap opera-y,
Yeah.
But they're real. It feels real. It feels like situation. I mean, well, there's one situation where it's like, dude, how the fuck did that happen? Like, and I'll tell you, because it's like, like I'm literally watching the show and it's like, no, how can this happen? So he agrees to go on a date with the photography girl, and they're taking pictures. Her idea of his day is taking pictures, and he's just kind of following her along.
Sure, whatever.
And so then he takes a picture of her taking a picture. He's like, oh, okay, this is fun or whatever, And she sees that. It's like, oh, it's good. Let me see your phone. She changes his wallpaper to that picture, and then he goes like, how do I change it back? And in my head is like, how the fuck do you not know how to change the wallpaper on your phone?
Also, you just have Google.
Exactly. Oh my god. But he's just like, he there's like a section where like one sentence where he goes like, yeah, and all these new phones and whatnot. How do you, I'm like, shut the fuck up. They're trying to justify the fact that it's impossible for him to change the screensaver, right? So he has a screensaver stuck there, all this stuff, blah, blah. And later on, it's Valentine's Day. The girl that likes him and he likes back, but they don't know yet, was going to give him chocolates. And he's just like, oh, you got a text? Like, yeah. He pulls out his phone and he's reading it. She looks at his phone. He hits the button like to go back to the screensaver, and it's the chick with the photography. And she's just like, and she just like turns away. And I was like, oh no, Trip, it happened. The thing happened. I knew it was going to happen.
They set it up so long ago.
Oh, fucking seamless, dog. It was fucking seamless. And then the photography chick sees it. He sees this scenario. She goes up to him, grabs his phone, changes his screensaver back. He's just like, I'm sorry. She runs off. It's just this. It's perfect. Anyways, I really like this show.
I feel like I would, because the thing about it was everything felt really genuine and real.
I mean, it's just like, it's just about people who like each other and like, and I don't want to ruin it for you.
Nah, it's all good. You ever been a part of a love triangle, man?
I don't think anybody's ever loved me. I think the only person I've liked people in the past or whatever,
Yeah.
But no one's ever told me that they like me back. So I was like, you're super oblivious to things.
Well, you're a part of one right now, just so you know.
You love Sierra too?
No, I just love you.
Well, Sierra doesn't love you, so that's not a triangle.
Dude, it's a triangle.
Sierra loves Kyle. Kyle loves me. Yeah. Oh my God, it's a full circle.
Yeah, man.
Nah, man, it's I don't know what it is. It's just something kind of like wholesome about young love. That's something that I really like, and I feel like this show kind of embodies it in a good way. It's not perfect. There's some cheesy shit, here and there. There's some weird characters. There's some pretty like painfully. I had a buddy growing up in high school, and then I've known him since elementary school, and he was horrible with women, like the worst. And he'd always.
Where is this fucking story going, bud?
Oh, the point is, he was I think I've talked about this, but like he was really bad with chicks, and he'd always ask me for advice, and I always wanted to help him, But
you're like, I got lucky, my dude.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But even before I was like, he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Like, before I even had a girlfriend, I was just like, look, I can try to help you. Like, how hard could this be? Like, we can figure this out. Yeah. Like, there's two of us here. We can figure this out. But he was so oblivious, Trip. And like, the shit that he would say, the stuff that would come out of his mouth, I was like, are you serious? Like, did you really say that? Or how hard is it to say what you feel? And he was the worst.
Man.
And I think these shows just reminds me of like back in the day when I was with my boy, and he was just like, he was always lovesick.
Just like, man, I don't know. Yeah.
And I think that's why I like this genre a lot. And good show, good music, good character designs, and they only did the thing where senpai grabs the girl's hand and runs with her once. So
you know what? I'm cool with that. I always wanted to do that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I always wanted Senpai to hold my hand and just run. Fucking yank me as hard as possible. What are you doing? I'm like, I don't even have pants on right now. What are you doing? In gym class when you're getting dressed and the guy grabs you and he pulls you out onto the basketball court and you're like,
while you're naked?
Senpai.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You ever been there?
There's the one trope that I really like, and I think they did it really well. There's always that, like, the other person who starts having feelings for that one character, like say I love you and you love me, but we don't know. And then there's that one other person who she's super cute and adorable and she's perfect. They're great friends. They get along, but I love you and I can't love this other person.
But I'm like, be with her.
But
like,
this other
clearly.
person, this other person is just so great. And you're just like, no, pick her, dude. This chick, she knew that he was studying to get into, he already got into school, but he was like, I'm gonna get into school that she's getting into to show her how much I care. If I pass the test, because he stopped all of his studying, he's like, I'm gonna study. If I pass the test, I'm gonna tell her then.
Hell yeah.
So she knew this. She went to every shrine in one day and got all the charms that said, pass your exam. And she gave him a fucking bundle of shrines. Like, here, I hope you pass your exam. She's like, if I pass my exam, that means I'm going to tell this other girl how I feel about her. And he's like, yeah, I know. But I still want you to be happy. And I was like, oh my God, you are too good for this world.
Dude, bro, that's love.
I love those characters.
Yeah, like in Orange.
Yeah, like in Orange. Like in Orange?
Orange was a good time. I really liked Orange.
Yeah, it's like that. Like in Orange, it's just like, there's always that other character who's like, why, dog? Like, you fucking, no, man, you're too good for this character. You're too good for this fucking world.
Yeah.
I really like the show. I don't think it's for everybody. It's not perfect, but hey, it's perfect for me.
That's good, man. I'm happy that you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk so quickly about Magical Circle Guru. Okay, because this is just like the
continuation.
It's been, 2 core type shit. It was made by Production IG, and it's an anime remake. So it's an anime that already existed, and they're doing it again. So what we're seeing here is the same ridiculousness from season 1. It's about this guy who is the hero, but he's just a stupid fucking kid with no powers and he doesn't know shit. And then this like sorceress lady that's like supposed to help him out, this like witch girl, is apparently insanely powerful, but she's only been training for a little bit and can't control her powers, doesn't know what's going on. They team up. They have to go like save the world or some shit from like some arbitrary ass evil, and it's fucking ridiculous. It's goofy as fuck. What you're seeing here is a bunch of like RPG video game kind of elements jammed into this anime, and they like make a point to be stupid and fast paced and ridiculous. It reminds me of Senyu in a lot of ways, but with, I guess, more of a
story.
I guess more of like a plot in each episode. They like
kind of I feel because Senyu was the one where like it was the Demon King that came back, right? No plot.
I mean, it did have a plot,
really thin.
I mean, when you finish it, you're like, oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
But like,
I feel complete.
You're just like, oh, nice. So that's actually the like chosen hero. Tight, dude. But yeah, no, I had a really good time watching this. So I'm excited for there to be more. Maybe I don't know.
You know what?
It's just
I'd
a good
say?
time.
I bringing that up. I feel like Senyu is probably like a spoof on the original of whatever this was. You know,
that would make a lot of sense.
Like they're like because I remember watching when I saw Magical Guru, was like it reminds me of that Senyu thing. You know, but a little more kind of barely more serious. So like they're like oh, Senyu probably made fun of old Guru, and Guru is like, okay, cool, we're just gonna do it over again, and it's gonna be good.
I had a great ass time.
I like Magical Circle Guru. I think it's a good time.
Yeah, it's balls to the walls crazy, and I would recommend it to any fucking dork out there that likes comedy
or any RPG or like.
Yeah, well, I mean, essentially that's what I mean when I say dork.
Oh, that's the dork part of it.
Dweeb, geek, nerd, loser, freak, stupid idiot. I can't believe you would call me that, Mom.
Okay.
So next up, we're going to talk about Inuyashiki Last Hero, made by Mappa, and is based off of a manga.
Yeah, so I watched this one, finished it all. Bruh. Dude, fire. Fucking lit, dab, all it. Hashtag.
Damn. Bang.
Hashtag
100 emojis all over.
Oh, yeah, 100 Thieves Till I Die emojis.
Jesus.
So this is this was on strike exclusively, but now it's on Amazon Video Prime.
Yeah.
It's about an older man who finds out he's sick. He has cancer. He kind of lives, by the way, he is the husband. Okay. He lives with his family. And he has no way to tell them. They're kind of estranged, sort of. He goes to a park to be sad. And then like something happens where some aliens blow up and kill him. And there's like, oh, fuck, we killed this guy. And the aliens are like, I guess we should just bring him back. And they reboot him and make him like a cyborg. And he's like, and they just put his conscience in it. And he's like, cool, you don't have cancer anymore. Get out of here. At the same time, when that happened, there was also some other kid there. And the same thing happened to him. He also died and got sent back in the world. And so then it's just a story of seeing these two people quickly come to terms with what's going on with them, within an episode, essentially. And then seeing the different paths they take. He's like an older dude. He becomes a dude where he has to save people. And saving people makes him feel alive. Like, he's like, he doesn't call himself a hero until someone else calls him. He's like, oh, that's right. I guess I am a hero. And he does this because he feels like it's the right thing to do.
Okay.
Not only can he like physically save people like with his fists and like his weapons and stuff, he can heal people. Like he literally cures people. Like you see him like put his hands on people. Like there's a bar, like it's like downloading over. Boom, cancer gone. So
damn. So he's just like Mr. Scientist.
Exactly. He's Dr. Mr. Scientist.
So he's what that one guy wanted to do in that one show that was like a combination of Death Note and also a combination.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So then we also
Eden of the East.
So we also see the bad guy, who's a younger kid, and he just starts killing people, and it makes him feel alive. Killing people makes him feel alive, and then after a while, he realizes, you know what, this is wrong, and he stops trying to do it. But by then, it's too late. They catch on to him, and he's like on the run for the rest of the show, and then he just becomes like the world's biggest villain. Like it's really fucked up. Like, their powers are almost like. They kind of learn along as they go,
Yeah.
Like he's able to
they just get thrown into the world. So
there's no handbook. There's nothing, The only rule that we quickly learn is that they need water. Like, water is what keeps them running. So like they'll do their powers like, fucking thirsty. And it doesn't have to be water, just any form of liquid. So that's one thing we learned. And
they
then
can drink pee?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, you could drink pee too if you wanted to.
What?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but you can.
Oh.
You should drink someone else's pee. That's how it works.
What? Mm-hmm. I gotta. Never mind.
Okay. I don't know. I don't want to know. No, I don't want to know. No, please don't tell me.
Okay, dokie.
So in this story, we see like this guy just become the best dude ever, and this guy become the worst dude ever, and then he has like a heel turn where he also starts healing people because he's like killed a bunch of people. Yeah. And then he starts healing people, starts feeling better. His mom kills himself because like. He's in the fucking media about like, oh, my son's a murderer or whatever. Uh-huh. And so then he just fucking loses it, starts killing people left and right. he starts killing people on 2chan, which is like,
Yeah.
4chan.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but that existed before 4chan.
Yeah. So he's killing people on 2chan like through fucking the web. It's insane. He's a fucking cold-blooded killer. And it all comes to a head where like there's this giant meteor that's gonna come and crash into Earth. It's kind of in the background for like a few episodes where it's like giant they're talking about it. They're like, it's don't worry about it. Like the US is on it. And then I think the second to last episode or the last episode, we have a bulletin from Anime Donald Trump. Hear me out. Anime Donald Trump, and he's just like, look guys, we did what we tried to do, there's nothing, this shit's gonna fuck everything up, okay, you know what, just do whatever you want, I'm the best. And I know he's like, you don't owe anything to anyone, bye. And it's like, whoa. And so then, the old guy and the young dude, well, the old guy first tries to destroy this thing by himself, he can't. Young dude goes up there and says, you know what, I'm gonna try it, and he detonates himself to blow it up, like to self-destruct, and it breaks it up, but not enough. And so then he detonates himself and blows it up, and then like he dies. And we see like the aftermath of his family. Like his wife, goes to work, becomes like, starts like, she's just a good mother.
Family.
The younger son, like he was being bullied for being poor. And so like in the end scene, like we see him like laying on the ground looking up, and he's like all beat up. But there's also like two other kids like walking away who also got the shit beat out of him. So he's like, you know what? Yeah, he's like, you're gonna beat me up. I'm gonna beat you up too, though. So he's sticking up for himself. And lastly, the daughter, we see that she entered a manga competition because that's what she wanted to be. She wanted to be a manga artist, and she won. And she's super proud because her dad believed in her that she could do it. So it was a really heartfelt like story. Like I really cared for this old guy, and he was just like the best dude ever, and the bad guy was like the worst dude ever. And it was like, I just think it was a really good show.
Nice.
I didn't like the 3D animation at first.
Yeah, it was really difficult when I first started watching it. I was just
really
like, I don't
jarring.
know how I feel about it.
I don't understand why they did that. It looked fine 2D. But then by the end, I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. It's not gonna take away from the fact that I really like this show.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad, man. All right, so next up, we're going to talk about Kino's Journey, The Beautiful World, the animated series made by Lerch. It's based off of a light novel, and it's a remake of an old show.
Nice.
So, easily for me, this was my favorite show of the season.
What else came out this season?
All the shows that we just talked about.
Yeah, no. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. I'm like, hold on. I was like, did Made in Abyss come out this season? Nah, fuck yeah. Kino's the shit, dog.
Yeah, Kino's Journey.
I'm sorry. I had a momentary lapse. I was like, wait.
It's like my favorite.
Because when you said
thing.
that, I was like, fuck it. I'm like, over fucking Made it. I'm like, hold on. No, for this season. Yeah, this shit was fire.
Yeah, it was fucking great. So it's a slice of life, but it's like pretty dark in a lot of episodes. We start out and Kino's this dude or chick. It doesn't reveal it until later on.
She's a dude,
but it's
chick.
a chick. She's riding around on this.
She's a dick.
She's a dick.
Nice.
On this little motorcycle scooter type thing that talks. And they're called motorads. These things exist in the world. They all talk. Don't fucking know the deal with it. Doesn't explain it. Doesn't matter.
No one seems to have a problem with it too, which is great.
It's weird. And it doesn't. It's not like animated. It's not like Knight Rider where it has like a little box that's like.
It just
whenever
talks.
they talk. Yeah, it just talks. There's no animation for it. It just fucking talks. And they're going on this journey just trying to check out all these different countries, which are like cities, but they have like a very specific laws and rules for each city.
Yeah.
So the first one that we see is a city or a country, whatever you want to fucking call it, where there are no laws. You could do anything you want.
No, it's not that. It's where it's a country where murder isn't against the law.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
But
it's
pretty much just like, don't you dare do that shit. Yeah.
It's an interesting because like you're watching it, the first country, it's like murder isn't against the law, but you don't see people. So she's kind of Kino is kind of like
she's on edge.
She's on edge, looking around like she's like, is someone gonna come up and kill me? And then we later find out there's a guy who comes through the shop, the place later, who's a criminal who wants to go there.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna kill you. Give me your bike.
Down with killing.
He's like, it's not against the law. Ha ha ha. And then the entire country, which is like, again, like a city.
Yeah. They
come together and they, as a unit, kill this guy.
Like, and the reason that they have that law is because it's like the death penalty, but like more advanced. Where there's like, nope, that guy's being bad. Let's all kill them.
Yeah. It's kind of like they share the blame of murder. It's like, look, like we don't. It's not like we're all going to kill this guy because it's better for us as a society, but we're not going to get in trouble for doing it because we all did it together and we all agreed upon it. But we're also not just gonna let people kill each other left, right in the streets. And so this country is tailored to a specific type of people. Like if you agree with that kind of mindset, you know, like you're taking out essentially the cancer to save the rest of the body. Like, you know, then that's what, and like we see her leaving the country after having a great time there. And like there's another man who's coming through, who's like, hey, you know, and he's gonna ask her a question, and she's thinking like, is, you know, the country really like, you know, fucking
it's gonna be okay?
And she's like, yo man, just go in there and get like the croissants or whatever, or like the fucking pancakes, they're fucking fire. And he's like, okay, well, you know, he was the right kind of person to be there. Like he's had a hard life, and he's not against killing people, but he doesn't want to kill anybody.
Yeah, he comes in and is like, hey, what'd you hear about that town over there?
Yeah,
like it's a really wonderful town, dude. You're gonna
have a good time.
I'm happy for you.
And this is cool because like I was confused because again the whole idea of countries kind of confused me.
Yeah.
Essentially they're cities or towns or whatever. I just really like the fact like in every episode we see a new country or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of thrown into this. It's a new world. There are new rules, and the world building of this thing is awesome because we don't know where Kino is, if she's in Japan, if she's in some sort of European place,
wherever.
Like the mass of Earth, like we don't know what the actual landmass is. So she just drives and she can like just find a new place.
Just get anywhere.
I think it's so amazing.
It's super cool. And I also really like, she has set up her own rule where she can only be somewhere for 3 days. It's very important. She just wants to go and see everything. And then later on, we learned that she had this master and that she's like incredibly capable. Because there were hints in the first episode where like, okay, so like, she's like making gunpowder or whatever.
Or
like,
she slept with like a gun, like with her in her sleep, you know?
Like she's clearly capable, and she's traveling on her own, which is also like nobody can do that considering that there are so many crazy things going on.
Yeah.
So
when travelers show up, they're like, oh, a traveler's here. Okay.
Yeah, everyone's like, what's going on with this? Whoa. People don't travel for the most part.
Or if you do travel, it's like you want to travel to find a country and then you stay in that country.
Yeah, exactly. But Kino's just fucking going. She's like, hey, I want to come and hang out for a few days and then peace out.
Is that cool?
And she like tells that to every country because different countries have different laws for visitation or whatever, residency. So she has that going on. She's incredibly well trained and capable. And we eventually get to learn a little bit more about her backstory on where she came from and all that, which was a cool little episode. It was pretty dark too. And I like that. And yeah.
We find out that, and this is actually, I'm pretty sure, taken from the other, you know.
Yeah.
Where like Kino's taken the name of a traveler that went to her country and saved her essentially. Because like in her country, when you turn to a certain age, they would
turn 12.
You turn 12, and then they give you a surgery where they turn you to an adult, which is like just kind of sounds like they like just like probe your brain, which sounds fucking miserable, you know?
Yeah.
And there's again like if I lived in this country and this were like this was all I knew, then it'd be cool with, you know?
Yeah, no problem. And she was honestly pretty chill with it. She was like, yeah, I mean, I get these 2 weeks and then I become an adult and they let me do whatever I want until then.
And then I'm an adult and then you work in your thing until you have your kids. And and this Kino guy, you know, who she takes her namesake from, whatever, because she's named after a flower.
And she doesn't remember her name. And honestly, the order of the episodes, we just watched an episode beforehand where this little girl is named Sakura, which is a flower.
Yeah.
And then it goes into this, and I'm like, is this little girl is Kino supposed to be like remembering that because of this little girl, or was she that? What's going on?
Essentially, because like every story is, I mean, some of them do happen after others, obviously, because there's reoccurring characters. But essentially, every episode like contains its own story. So in this one, you know, like she gets saved by this dude. The dude dies. She gets on the motorcycle that he fixed, and drives out of there, and you know, meets Hermes, which is the name of the motorcycle, right? And
the reason that it's named Hermes is because Kino was around when Kino was building the motorrad.
When adult Kino, when male Kino, like her namesake, was building it. She's like, yeah, it's like he's like, I used to have a partner or whatever, a traveling companion,
my best friend, and he named Hermes.
And Hermes is like, cool, let's name it that. So it's a cool story, like a cool backstory.
Yeah.
But we were talking about like the episode that really fucked us up was the episode before that.
It ruined me. So we get to see a lot. We get to see this Coliseum type episode with a lot of deaths, and then we get to see this whole city that's like a floating city,
or the city that moves like on like a giant like tank kind of thing.
And they just like don't care. They're just going straight, and they'll like blast through another country, and they don't give a fuck. And the city that's floating, they just like travel on the
City
ocean.
Of Liars, remember that one?
That one was cool. So the city that's floating is essentially it's going to sink. It's gonna like break down, and people aren't going to be able to live anymore. They'll all just die together. And she's trying to be like, there's another character that we follow
that we met earlier.
Yeah. And he's just trying to expose that everyone's going to die. And then they eventually expose it, and it's all done. And Kino was there too. And then everyone in the city's like, nah, we're just gonna stay here because this is what we know.
That's so
and
crazy.
Like,
they're like, fuck you, you're a liar. This thing has floated for generations. It's gonna keep floating for generations. Yeah. He's just like, dude, you're sinking. And he's just like, no, fuck you, we're gonna kill you. It's just like, oh my god. Like some people are just really stuck in their ways.
Yeah, exactly.
What was your favorite? I just want to see what your favorite country was. Was it the volcano country?
Oh my god, yeah.
Okay, so
I wanted to like. It wasn't my favorite country.
Okay, I want to know what your favorite country was, and then we'll talk about that episode.
That was my favorite episode by far.
Oh yeah.
My favorite country was probably the one where they make people forget about it.
Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So Kino got to go to this country which she had heard of. I think it was where her master was from.
Yeah, her master said that she went there, and she always wanted to go there because her master would never tell her about it. She's just like, it's a country that will always like, be in my memories, essentially. What the gist of it was.
Yeah, so she finally goes there, and she's like, I'm gonna be here for 3 days. I'm like, okay, that sounds great. And then she's like, just drives on through, and then she's out the other side, and she's like, what the I thought I was just going in. And Hermes is like, yeah, you were.
Yeah, we did.
Like a few days ago. She's like, wait, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, because when you were there, you had just like a great time. She's like, well, what are you talking about? It's like, oh, you put a note in your bag. And she checks it out, and she's like, yo, so I'm writing this to you now because I want to go in here. They made me sign this agreement where I have to take this drug, and it'll make me forget everything that happens while I'm here. And then as soon as I'm gone, I'll be completely normal.
Yeah.
And she had an amazing time in the city that she'll never remember. And I thought that was so cool. She's like having an existential crisis. Like, what the fuck do I do? What? It was really that great. It's like, yeah, I think you were the happiest you've ever been while you were there.
Yeah. And I love how Hermes was just like, she's like, wait, Hermes, you know exactly. It was like, oh yeah, I remember exactly what happened. He's like, how? He's like, well, I'm a motorcycle, whatever. It's like, the drug doesn't work on me. He's like, tell me. He's like, no. He's like, I promised I wouldn't tell you.
It was an agreement, man.
Agreed.
I'm sticking my gut.
That's a really good country. My favorite country is probably the country that is a giant dome. And it just moves. So she asked to ride up on it, and they have a generator that produces so much power that they have to just always keep moving. And so they're nomads just like Kino is. But they're nomads to the point where like, look, like they're not gonna stop even if there's something in their way. And then because of the giant reactor that they have, whatever, they have a giant beam, like a plasma beam. And so they're trying to get through this country, and the country's just like, no, you can't get through. There's just fucking walls. Like, okay, well, we're going to come through.
Regardless. So do you want to let us through, or are we going to force our way?
And they're like, no, you can't come through. It's like, okay, well, we're going to come through. Try to move all the people that are in the way out of the way, because we don't want to kill anybody unless we have to. All right, here we go. So it's like they laser beam this fucking wall, and they just go through it. And like
they're like, we have to go through the agricultural area because there aren't that many houses. I'm like, oh fuck, there goes all their crop. Like that really sucks.
Yeah, no, and I really like that episode because Kino earlier she breaks her rules for staying with 3 days with them because she needed to get through that wall also. And what they were asking for her was like one of her guns. And she's like, no, that's too high a price. And he's like, well, you can't get through unless you pay for this gun. So that's why I was like, when she was with these dome people and she was willing to use her sniper skills to like take out their like missiles, I was like, wow, is she a bad guy? And she's not a bad guy. What it is,
whoever.
Like, it's like she has to do whatever she has to do to continue her journey. And she's just like, look, they're in the wrong because they're like asking for too many things to go through their nation. They're kind of in the wrong too because they fucked their agriculture up. Like, but hey, is anybody ever in the right? Who knows? Here we go. So that was one of my favorite like countries.
That was a pretty cool country.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about the episode, which was my favorite.
Okay.
Because,
oh fuck! Did I ruin that?
Nah.
Oh, okay, cool.
You're good. Yeah, because honestly, like it was amazing, and I feel like anybody that watches this show should for sure enjoy that episode.
I think it was it's called because they all have like names like that, like a country of liars.
Like if you explain what episode is, that's when it ruins it.
It's
fucking hate you so much.
That's what it's called.
I don't care. I wasn't gonna say that because you already spoiled it.
How did I
so
spoil
if you didn't
it?
say the title, nobody would know what the fuck.
Well, it's a.
Why? Oh my god! I am so upset. I'm like legitimately upset.
I'm
with
sorry.
you.
We just cut it out. I didn't know. First of all, I did it. That's why I was like, like, nah, it's fine. I was like, okay, well then just tell you what the name of the episode is.
That's when you ruin it. I'm like, nobody knows what it is. I'm not talking. I'm
okay,
just like,
fine.
there's one.
Okay, we'll go again. We'll go again.
No, we're keeping all of that.
No, we're not. We gotta fix it.
All of it.
Fine. We might as well just tell you what happened. So check it out.
Anyways, the show's fucking great. There were a lot of really fun episodes that had like a lot of action. There were some slower episodes that I really liked too. There were a couple which I didn't care too much for.
How do you feel about the last one? Like with the sheep?
It was weird that was the last episode.
Right. I felt kind of like,
It was okay, I
would
guess.
I would gladly have more Kino's journeys. Like,
oh yeah, I want more of this for sure.
Because it was so fun. She was awesome. The worlds that they build are really great, and it looks gorgeous. They do have 3D when she's riding her motorcycle,
and it looks good.
It looks fine. You know, like it doesn't bug me like other things do. Yeah, really like this show.
So this was for sure my favorite of the season.
Yeah,
it made me feel things.
Yeah, no. After looking this list of things, right? Without a doubt, Kino's journey was like the best. The bee's knees. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So that is our wrap up of the winter anime from 2017. So why don't we talk about the best things from 2017 overall?
Okay, yeah.
Yo, check it out. Best intro of anime.
I thought the best intro of anime was the season 2 opener of My Hero Academia.
Oh, that's so interesting. Why?
Because it goes no, I think it's because I know because I know they're doing the sports festival or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're all just stretching, and the song is really catchy, and you see them all getting ready, and it just every time they're warming up and doing their things, I'm just like, I feel like, yeah, man, I'm gonna stretch too. I'm right there with you, dog. Like, it just really amped me up for that second season of My Hero, and again, like I said, super fucking catchy.
I feel you. That was fucking good.
Yeah,
that was a close second on mine.
Whoa, okay.
Number one, I have to fucking do it because it got me so hyped. Attack on Titan season 2.
Oh, okay, yeah, good.
Because who would like every fucking day? I'm just like walking around and then suddenly just Saga. I just feel so fucking good about it. So clearly that, but then on top of that, dude, the intro was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
we're like, oh shit, there's gonna be a crazy. Oh man, there's gonna be a crazy
fucking whale. There's a whale. There's a T-Rex.
Suddenly it's just like, oh, bees have hearts and so do Tyrannosaurus Rex, and like they're gonna turn into T-Rex. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
So it just like got me so fucking hyped.
I mean, those are both really good intros. I just liked mine more because I think I just liked My Hero more than I liked Attack on Titan. So
I totally feel you. I also
fucking
liked My Hero more than Attack on Titan.
That intro is solid, though.
God, that intro fucking got me so hyped. Would you say
it's the best intro for Attack on Titan?
Yeah, you know what? People argue about this all the time because the first...
Yeah.
Well, everyone just loves the first intro. It's pretty iconic. People know it. As soon as you hear it, you're like, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I'm fucking in it.
Yeah.
But then when it comes down to the second intro... I like that more than the first, but I hated it at first.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, I was like, "No, this is great."
I think that's how I felt about the when they switched the songs for My Hero. I'm just like, fucking this is bullshit, and I'm just like, you know what, not bad.
You know what? I like both of them, but I still think I like the season 2 first intro more for My Hero.
I agree. Yeah, without a doubt, so fucking killer. Cool, man. Next up.
Best outro.
Okay, this one was tough because I was just like, well, what's my favorite outro? And I was like, this is not tough at all. Favorite outro? Fucking Made in Abyss outro. Because I got this bomb-ass poster from the fucking... I just loved how it was so... It's just like so simple and whimsical.
Yeah,
and then we got to see the map. It was... I'm gonna cry again. God damn, I fucking love that show.
It's so good.
And it's so good. And it's like sometimes you get the whole outro. Sometimes you get because you get more episode, you get a little less of the outro.
Yeah.
So it's like a treat. Yeah, man, I'm just like, and at first I was like, God, I was kind of bummed out. I'm like, why are they showing us the stupid bunny characters? It's like, why does it even matter? We haven't even gotten there yet. And I'm just like, when we get to the bunny characters, like, oh my God, I was so wrong about this fucking character. Yeah, so that was my favorite outro without a doubt.
That was, man, I had 3 that I was struggling with.
Oh, really? Let's hear them.
Yeah. All right. So that one, clearly. Attack on Titan.
Good, because, good outros.
You know,
because it tells you stuff and secrets and stuff.
I'm like,
yeah.
Ooh, what more
you
is
decipher
there?
It. Yeah.
It was eerie. It was haunting. Loved it.
Such a blood drinking.
But bro, fucking easily My Hero Academia.
Is it the ending, fucking D&D one?
It's the D&D. It's the ending, season 2, ending 2.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Holy shit! I was like, this is so much fun. I'm having fun.
Is that one you picked?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, without a doubt. Like I remember watching that. I remember seeing that. I was like, man, someone. I remember fucking finding it online. Like, man, someone really worked hard on this fucking fan made thing or whatever. Yeah. And then the new episode comes out. I was like, oh, that's the outro. Oh my God, this is fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, it was.
They
great.
need to make those fucking figures. Like,
I would love those. I would a poster, a figure, a fucking
something.
Mixtape.
I was talking to the homie that won the Pop Toys or whatever. I was like, man, congratulations on winning the Pop Toys.
By the way, congratulations to winning the Pop Toys.
Yeah, Kyle Partlow, congratulations on the Pop Toys. I was like, good job, man. I was like, he's like, yeah, thanks, really appreciate it. And I was just like, you know what? I didn't even know there were Pop Toys of My Hero, you know. And when we were doing the giveaway, and I was like, fuck, I hope they just fucking get off their ass and make actual figures.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm stoked about the one that I have.
Well, yeah, I know Deku. You are. But I'm saying
I like the Bakugo one that we've seen. We need some All Might.
Yeah,
we need some villains.
Some Sue Dog, you know.
Give me some Sue.
Crow dude, some fucking hot and fire kind of guy.
Yeah,
some
man,
Todoroku, you know.
I feel you.
Yeah, but figures of that outro, those fucking getups are dope. Mm-hmm. Like especially fucking is it Bakugo, the Explodey guy?
Yeah.
Oh, his is fucking gnarly.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, good pick. Good solid shit. Pick. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Next one was who was your best protagonist?
This was hard.
Oh, was it?
Kino from Kino's Journey.
Good job. Not bad. Yeah. I picked Deku.
Yeah,
because I'm a Deku kind of bitch,
dude. Nothing wrong with that.
I was just like, you know what? Like, I was like, because I was telling you, like, you know, for my best of list, I kind of used a bunch of shows over. I'm like, am I picking too many My Hero things? Like, no, you're not picking enough My Hero things. It's just like I like Kino's Journey because she's a badass.
She is
without a doubt. Okay, but the thing that I know Deku started from nothing and he's gonna become something. That just like, oh man, I'm with them. You know, I was there from Ride or Die.
Well,
you know,
guess fucking what? So did Kino. She was 12 years old and she was about to die.
I feel like Kino was always a badass. I'm saying like I didn't find out that she struggled until like way later in the thing. Yeah. I'm just saying like we didn't see it. This isn't a linear story. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So for my protagonist, I want to see like, you know, I want to see fucking grassroots, fucking hit the ground running.
I had a really hard time with this question.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I almost picked Kino too, but I had to go with Deku because that's my homie.
Dude, that is your homie. All right, next up, best antagonist.
Okay, I know you had trouble with this, so I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
So I picked Hiro Shishigami from that Last Hero one.
Yeah. Well, clearly, yeah.
Dude, the guy was a monster. Okay, and the thing is, he wasn't like a bad kid, and then he became like a psychopath, and then he was like. And then I was empathetic with him because he saw like there's this episode where he goes to his dad who is now divorced from his mom.
Yeah.
Like his new family's birthday party and he comes back and his mom's poor and his mom says, oh, I have cancer. And I was like, oh my God. Like, and it was like really fucking with me. And this kid hugs his mom like it's gonna be okay. Heals her. She doesn't know that she healed, you know, gets healed. And then he's like, Mom, I'm gonna take care of you. Like, I'm gonna buy you the apartment you deserve. I'm gonna take, you know, don't worry about shit. Obviously he's doing all these things illegally. Like he's stealing money. And then his mom kills himself and then shit just turns. And dude, at one point he declares war, not with just like, because he kills the entire police unit, okay? Mm-hmm. He goes into the police station, kills all of them, except for one guy. He's like, I want you to watch. And then the SWAT comes and he kills all the SWATs, like the fucking special units, and he goes, cool. And then, you know, then he has like fucking military people coming after him. And then he just like puts a fucking vlog up, because like, hey, by the way, guys, I'm just gonna declare war with all of the country. Everybody here is my villain, like my enemy. It doesn't matter who you are, I'm going to kill you. He starts killing people. And I was like, oh my God, what a fucking bad guy. he was like, it was to the point where like, you know how like I almost liked him to the point where I liked Light. Like I was like, he's just he just like Light was doing good, but he was also evil. And I was like, this guy's it was kind of doing good, and then he's just also just evil, like just for the sake of being evil. Then he has a turn at the very end. But even you know, he kind of like redeems himself, even though no one knows but like one other person or two other people. I still thought he was a amazing villain. Great antagonist, without a doubt.
So I did have a really hard time with this. You know, I didn't watch too many shows with villains, honestly. You know, like Magical Circle Guru has a fucking
doofy villain.
Yeah, and I like that, and it was fun. And then My Hero Academia has some killer villains. Yeah. I really, really like them. Like Stain is so cool. Yeah. That was pretty close for me. I was having a hard time.
When I found out Stain's skin color was flesh colored, that really fucked with me. I thought he was green. Like, you know, because I was reading the manga, I was like, this guy's got to be like a gross green looking color.
Like a froggy type dude,
you know? And then I found out I was like, ew. He is a billion times more terrifying. I don't like him at all. Yes. He doesn't have a nose. Oh, I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that guy.
He was cool.
He was dope.
Monkey Business was fucking tight from Attack on Titan.
Monkey dude. Guy
he was literally a fun little thing.
Throwing cows at people.
Yeah, the horse, you know,
horses, yeah.
Same thing. He was fucking cool, but when I told you, I wasn't fucking around, man.
No, it's fine, man. You pick whatever you want.
The Abyss.
Whoa.
For sure.
Antagonist of the year, The Abyss. Just a giant hole.
You know, because here's the thing. It's mysterious. Everybody wants to go down into it, and it fucks people up,
without
man.
a doubt.
Absolutely. I mean, you get to see all these people that have survived through it and that like live down in the Abyss, and just see how fucked up everything is, and how there's even a character in Made in Abyss who's incredibly dark and sinister, but we only see him for like a second, and he's not even like actually around in the show.
No, like we see him do some fucked up shit for all of an episode, and it's like, wow, that guy's a monster. But then you're just like, everything in the Abyss is a monster. Yeah, nothing's good here.
And also, the main characters didn't have to deal with him at all.
Yeah, no, it was a side character that was really their antagonist, not the antagonist to our main characters. But yeah, the Abyss, I guess I'll give you that. Yeah, I can totally see the Abyss being a villain.
Yeah, I mean, because the whole thing is, we get to see our main character trying to go after like her mom. She's like, I gotta find my mom. Like, we're going into the Abyss. I'm an explorer. I'm a pioneer. You know, I'm fucking great.
Yeah.
And then the Abyss is just fucking her the whole time.
Yeah, the Abyss is like slapping him in the face. No, you don't understand. This is no joke. I'm the fucking Abyss.
It's gnarly, and the bottom is actually hell.
Yeah.
And like, what's more villainous than hell?
Hell with a frowny face.
Good call.
Yeah, good call.
So, since we talked about side characters,
best side character,
the best side character.
I'm assuming you picked the same ones I picked. I picked Nanachi from.
I picked Nanachi from
without a fucking doubt from Made in Abyss.
Kidding me, dude? I was losing my shit over her side story.
She was amazing. She had so much development. She had a great design,
and she became a main character like for the next season.
Yeah,
that we get, or movie or whatever the fuck it is.
Whatever we get, yeah. But you know, definitely a side character. You know,
yeah.
She definitely falls into that category. But yeah, man, she was from me being like, look at this stupid bunny. When the fuck is that? To being like, look at this stupid bunny. Like, yeah. What do we? You know, her story was gorgeous. She was a great person. And she did some tough shit because she had to, and like I really respect her, and I really hope you get that figure because it's the ugliest looking thing I've ever seen.
It's fucking great. Did you have any trouble with this one?
No, not
me either. This was like the first thing I was like Nanachi, duh.
When I originally like suggested like, oh, best side character, I was almost like, for a second I was like, oh, I'll pick the best friend from A Silent Voice, and I was like, fuck that, you know. And I was like, I was like, yeah, he was fun. I was like, but no, nothing made me feel like Nanachi did. She was. You
want to see more of Nanachi?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like more than anything.
I almost don't even care if this little bitch finds her mom or anymore.
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't care about the robot anymore.
Shift stories.
Yeah,
man.
Here we go.
I gotta follow this bunny girl.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what's the deal. Yeah, without a doubt, hands down, best side character.
Absolutely. Next up, best mom every year, every season, all the time.
Best mom. Who do you got?
I had such an easy time with this one. Deku's mom.
Okay, good. Yeah. That's a pretty good call. That's not how I picked, though.
I know.
I picked the best one I picked. I don't know her name. I didn't look it up. I'll look it up later. The mom from A Silent Voice.
Yeah, she was really good. I had to go with Deku's mom because she's just a sweetheart and she's adorable and she's a good time. And the mom from A Silent Voice was badass. Yeah, she was pretty genuine and real. Yeah. She was badass. I support your decision 100%.
Yeah. No, and I love Deku's mom. I always telling you, like, I just love that she's a little short, little round lady. She's like, oh my, she's like, you're so cool.
Uses
son.
Tiny little levitation powers.
She's like, I made you this suit, and like, I really love her. But the mom from A Silent Voice, dealing with her son when he's young was tough, being a single mom, and then. Dealing with the suicide, dealing with
bringing it up in such a positive, good way.
Dealing with her son being injured and having to console another family while her son is hurt. I'm just like, what a fucking trooper.
She is a badass.
She reminded me a lot of the mom from Erased, and that's why I was like, I really props to her.
Totally support that. Yeah, she was an amazing character, one of the best characters I've seen in like any show.
Oh yeah.
Just without a doubt. And I feel like, putting her in that little pinhole of best mom, even though she like absolutely deserves to be best mom, she's just like best person.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Without a doubt.
Just fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So I saw her. I think that's like, I hardly even considered her because I was like, she is so much more than just being a mom.
Well, I couldn't give her antagonist, protagonist, side character. Couldn't give her any of those, obviously, right? I couldn't give her best girl. That's disrespectful, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, disrespect.
So I'm like, no, she had to take best mom. She had to get some props, and the way I could give it to her was best mom.
Yeah, man.
And like when I posed the question for best mom, she was the first, like, instantly, that's the one that's got to be in my head.
Yeah, good. I'm glad.
Cool. Next up.
Best girl.
Can you explain what a best girl is to me real quick?
All right, so best girl is like the cutest girl, the sexiest girl, the girl who makes you swoon.
Oh my god.
The one that you are going to have a body pillow of.
Can I guess which one is yours?
You can.
For a second, I want to say I thought it was Sue, but I think you changed it. I think it might be Kino now.
You think so?
Who is it?
I can tell you this much. Sue never even crossed my mind.
What?
You know why?
Why?
She deserves so much more respect than that.
Okay.
Sue is a badass.
She is.
Through and through.
Okay.
She's one of my favorite things.
Sorry.
But yeah, it's definitely Kino.
Okay,
Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay.
Kino's so cool.
Cool.
I'm like, yeah, man, Kino, I would be her bitch.
Yeah, without a
like,
doubt.
No biggie.
Best girl for me, and I think I just kind of agree with most of like the internet, is Gravity Chick.
Yeah.
I love her.
Gravity Girl.
She's awesome.
She's so fucking
when
cool.
She walks out in her first, like, I got my outfit. And it's too tight. I'm like, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's too tight, Gravity Chick. In all the right places.
Look at my weird finger pads.
Oh, I fucking love her. Yeah, we'll talk about her more, but I really like her as a character.
Yeah, me too.
And I just, best girl can kind of be disrespectful, sorta, if you say it like in a joking way.
Yeah.
But no, I mean it like, yeah, she's awesome.
Genuinely, she's fucking cool.
She'd be a dope ass girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, no problem with that. Gravity Girl, mad support.
She pukes up fucking rainbows for Christ's sakes.
Uraraka, she's tight.
Yeah,
she knows what she's doing.
Nice. What's next, man?
Best boy.
Best boy. So I'm assuming it's the same thing except with the boy, right?
Yep.
Do you want to guess what mine is? Do you want to guess what yours is? Do you think I could guess what yours is?
Hopefully.
Oh man, is it Deku?
Nah.
Damn it. It's not Aaron. He's not best boy material.
Nah.
It's not the robot dude. He's too young. Yeah.
He's way too young. But he's got that hot dick.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got a penis. I don't know, man. Who could it be?
Tanya. Tanya is best boy.
Oh, is that the glasses motor dude?
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, really?
He's noble. He's ripped as fuck. He cares about his family more than like anything else.
He got made a fool at the fucking sports festival.
You know what? He
made a fool of him.
But I would fuck him any day of the week.
Good call. I mean, I like him a lot. He's a little too tall for me. I like him on the short side.
Yeah, but in bed, he will act like he's shorter than you. Don't worry about it.
So, my best boy. This might be controversial, but it's my best boy.
All right, bring it to me. Come on.
My best boy is Kino. Boom. In your face, dog. In your face.
You only got to see him for like a minute.
No. Girl Kino. That's a guy Kino. Androgynous as fuck. For a while, I was like, is that a dude? Is that a girl? It's definitely a chick. I don't give a fuck, dog. That's my best boy. Kino from Kino's Journey. Because that chick's a fucking badass.
She's the man.
That's what that's.
She is the man.
What do you say? What do you say? Do you agree? Am I okay? Is that okay?
I'll let it slide for now.
Well, dude, Kino won Best Boy and Best Girl.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Kino's a boss. Nothing wrong with that.
Hell yeah. No, all right, next up.
We're going to talk a little bit about the best love story.
Okay. I can't pronounce mine because it's hard to say, but you know what it is.
Tsukigakure.
That's my favorite.
Tsukigakure was one of the most popular shows this year.
Trip, you don't understand. At the end, they had to break up because they were moving to different universities, but they texted each other every day and they slowly kept dating, and then they got married, and then they had a kid. Trip. They fell in love.
I feel you. That's beautiful. That's the most beautiful shit.
I really like that story. It's not the best anime. It's kind of ugly looking at points, but there's just something so like honest about the way they cared about each other.
That's good.
I like that story a lot. So
awesome. I'm glad.
And then yours is obviously.
I didn't have many things to choose from.
Because you don't love love?
Because
you don't love love?
I don't love love.
Nah, that's why I wanted to hear you say it.
I don't love love. I like love.
But you don't love love like I love love.
Nah, man. Nah.
Do you even like love, or is it just like love?
I like love.
Okay. One day you'll grow up and love like I love love.
I like love, family love, bro.
Yo, no.
I'm like...
No, we're not talking. We're talking about boy, girl, or girl, or boy, kiss love. That kind of love.
Kissy love?
Yeah.
Then, bro, I got to go with Your Name.
Hell yeah.
It was gorgeous. It was a fun time. They got to be in each other's bodies. What's more romantic than that?
Man, every day I wish I'd wake up and be a hot Tokyo boy.
I wish you would do that too.
Really? Do you like...
Yeah,
what keeps
me up at night. I'm like, if Juan was a sexy little Tokyo boy right now.
What if? Oh, well, your cat's trying to get in. What if I like disappeared and then like a Tokyo boy woke up in my body? How would you react? Like, hey Juan, we got to record the podcast. He's just like,
he's like, starts speaking Japanese. I'm like, what the fuck? Sierra? What do we do?
Yeah. No, you'd be like, just like, I would just phase in the middle of Pathfinder, like, Gigi, your turn. He's just like, he's like touching himself. Like, what is this? Like, yeah. No, good love story. I really love that movie. And we'll talk about Your Name more in a bit. But yeah, solid fucking flick. Good love story. Yeah, great. Yeah. Fucking Makoto Shinkai, I know what's up, dog.
Yeah, man. I mean, I thought some of his other love stories were more true, you know?
But of the year, this one, you know.
Yeah, this one's, it was fucking amazing. Your Name is a great movie. Everyone should see it.
Nice.
Everyone should see it. Next up, best fight.
Okay, my favorite fight, and you might not think that this would be my best fight. My favorite fight was during the fucking
sports festival between
Bakugo and Uraraka, right?
That's an interesting choice.
I just really liked the tenacity that she had, and she had a plan, and she was going to go through. She had all the rocks floating in the air, but she just couldn't get past the fucking firepower of fucking Bakugo. Like, he just blew them out of the sky, and she's just standing there unconscious. That fight, I was like, because some of the fights were shorter than others, you know?
That one lasted a while.
That one was a good one. And there's other good fights in that thing, you know?
There's some pretty good ones,
you know, I really like the one where, where Deku and Todoroki fight, you know, and the big, explosion.
It's fucking crazy.
But something about just like her determination to fight and not being afraid. Because fucking Bakugo is scary as fuck.
Yeah, he's terrifying.
He makes shit blow
he's
up.
King Murder Explosion.
You kidding me? Like, I would be terrified. And then and then him not counting her out, taking her seriously. I was like, I really, really like that fight. Favorite fight of the year.
I mean, I totally see why you would choose that one. For me, though, it was no competition. I didn't even think about anything else. It was the fight between Gravity Girl and Bakugo from My Hero Academia in the sports festival. Because Bakugo is like the most terrifying person. And then just this whole fight, it leads up. It's such a big thing. And the whole time he's just exploding all over the course.
Is this the same fight I'm talking about?
And she's touching all these rocks, lifting them into the air.
You fucking asshole. Hold on. I was like, don't...
Without a doubt. No, that was so fucking cool. Okay, get on. It was amazing.
For a second, you really had me. I was like, you piece of shit. I was
You're
like,
sitting there, all these numbers are popping up in front of your face. You're like, but what is it?
I was like, what fight is he talking? I'm like, is he the? It's like, no, dude, you got me good. No, right? That was a dope ass fight.
It was so cool. Yeah, easily like my favorite fight that I think I've ever seen. Maybe in terms of like the fight, it was fucking cool. But there's in Eureka 7, there's another battle that is better because, not because of the actual fight that's happening, but because of
the
what it
stakes,
represents and what it means and everything and the things that are happening during
but
it.
But Eureka 7's old. I'm talking about
it's old news, 17,
17.
And I'm like, this is the best fight I have ever seen in terms of an actual fight and like the thought that goes into it. And like, you did not expect what happens to happen.
No, I was super like fucking like surprised when all those rocks were in this. I was like, oh my god!
Man,
I'm like,
it's so cool.
Like, did she get him? Because like,
she boosted the fuck out of him.
I really like her character development.
She's so cool.
And then she ends up learning how to fight with in her to fucking not a solid fight. I mean, it not even like the most visually stunning fight. Like I said, like the Deku and Todoroki fight, where like that was fucking like that was insane. How like how fucking intense that was.
Super brutal. They both were almost dead. Yeah.
So the fight like fucking gnarly. Yeah. Fucking Todoroki taking out the fucking tape dude. Like he's like, I'm sorry. When he like he just like just froze the shit out of half the stadium. It was like 'cause he was mad. Gorgeous, but something about fucking gravity chick fighting.
It was like raw and genuine.
Yeah. Fucking solid fight. Oh, man, I'm glad you were on. I mean, hey, honestly, if you know of a better fight this season, like this year, let us know. Like, if you know a better anything, let us know. Send us a fucking email, tweet, or whatever. Like, if you think this was the best, it's good because I'd like to see it. But for my money, that was it.
Yeah. And like Juni, Taisen, Zodiac War, the whole thing was fights.
Yeah.
But they were also like realistic ass fights where it's like one wrong move, the person's dead. That's all it is. Like that's what an actual fight would be with these kinds of stakes. So like you don't have the same kind of satisfaction. There were a few like bust out brawls in that show, but this was like specifically you can't kill the other person. Yeah, you got to fight as hard as you can though,
but not kill them.
It was more creative, and I really like that. Especially
and they have their powers and stuff. Yeah,
I mean they had their powers in Juni Taisen.
Juni Taisen, some of the people's powers weren't visually like it was more like I got this special ability where I kind of can see things, but like this is like I can make things float and I can make things explode. Like, okay, how am I going to make my floating stuff defeat your exploding stuff?
So fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So next up, we're going to talk about the best sequel / continuation of a series.
Okay, cool. I'm guessing that actually, I couldn't guess what you're going to say because I would think you're going to say, oh, no. You're going to say My Hero? You're going to say My Hero? No, you're going to say Attack on Titan. I don't know. I don't care. What are you going to say?
My Hero.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, easily. Attack on Titan, it was only 12 episodes long, and we had this long-ass hiatus, so it was so fucking hype, and we're like, oh, we get a little snippet. Oh, we get a little bit. And I was so excited to watch it every week, but My Hero just gave me so much more. I love all the characters. I just want to see more of them. They're fun. The badass scenes are super badass. The sweet scenes are super sweet. All the characters are just my favorite. The music, the hype, everything's great.
It's all real, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one was tough for me because I really did like My Hero a lot. And then something about this second season being too core, being so long. Yeah. It almost felt to me, because it was like 2 arcs, it almost felt to me like I got Attack on Titan. It almost felt like I got like My Hero season 1, 2, and kind of 3. Because I'm kind of used to seasons being 12 episodes long, So Attack on Titan didn't make my list because I was just too fucking bitter. Still good, but I'm just too bitter over it.
I get you.
I think Blood Blockade Battlefront Beyond.
Really?
This was a tough one for me because like something about watching that show just really makes me happy.
That's
just like
super
seeing these
interesting.
characters. I really liked season 2 of My Hero, but I think it's because I knew it was gonna for sure happen. Like.
And you had already read it.
And I'd already read it. I don't know anything about Blood Blockade Battlefront Beyond. I don't know anything. And finding out I was going to get a second season, I was like, whoa, really? Oh, man. Like, it just kind of took me by surprise. Because this show's a couple years old, and I hadn't heard anything about it. So seeing the second season come up, it's good. It's like having like an old friend come home. Kind of like, oh,
nice.
Yeah, cool.
That's good.
But that still kind of hurts me just because I really do like My Hero. And I don't want to say I think My Hero is a better show. This second season was just like, yeah, man, out of nowhere. Yeah, really, really, it did me right.
I'm glad.
Good. I'm glad you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
I'm glad
totally
I'm glad you're not just like, what's wrong with you?
I mean, on one hand, like, I didn't enjoy Blockade Battlefront as much as you.
Well, then you can just leave.
And on the other hand, I'm like, but like, you already read My Hero.
Yeah, I do know. So
it's not as surprising.
And that's the thing. Like, the show was so good, I had to know what happened. I couldn't wait.
Yeah, of course.
And I've gotten to a point where like I've stopped.
Eating. I just watch anime.
No, I could keep reading the anime, but like, I'm cool. I'll wait for a bit and catch up later.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Next up,
we're going to talk about the best movie.
Okay, this one's easy, right?
Yeah, it's without a doubt a Silent Voice.
Yeah, without a doubt, Silent Voice.
It was phenomenal. It was an important movie that I think almost everybody should see. I loved it.
Yeah. No.
Every second.
I remember when we first gave the review, I was really gung-ho about how it's a great movie, but I think Your Name just barely edged it out.
Yeah.
Time has passed. I haven't seen Your Name since. I've seen The Silent Voice again, and I'm just like, you know what? That just kind of, refreshes the idea. You know, like maybe you're wrong about it. And so I feel like, you know what? A Silent Voice was definitely my favorite movie of the year. Your Name's still great, but I think A Silent Voice, after watching it second time, you know what? It's better.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's such a great show. Or movie, whatever. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the best show. The best TV anime.
This one's easy too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Made in Abyss. It was great. It was a totally new thing.
Exactly.
Like, we already had season 1 of My Hero, and we knew what was going to happen in season 2. There wasn't a lot this year that I was super impressed with, but Made in Abyss kind of came out of left field. They surprised me and gave me an amazing time.
I
fucking crying the last episode.
I remember seeing like the picture for like the promo, which is like, I was like, huh. I remember looking at it like, that looks interesting.
Yeah, like, the fuck's going on with that?
And the only reason I looked at it is because I felt like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, like these weird little kind of chibi type people,
but not totally chibi. Yeah.
And the world looked pretty real, and it was huge, and they had this giant snake monster in the background that looked like scary.
Yeah. And then seeing the show was, really fucking...
It was an experience.
Oh, man, yeah. Without a doubt, it's up there with one of my favorite animes. Fucking great time.
It was amazing.
Yeah, without a doubt, best of 2017. And that's why when I freaked out when I was like, you said Kino? I was like, Kino's better than Made in Abyss. I was like, wait, hold on. That was last season.
That was for sure the best anime this season, or this year of anime, 2017.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, fuck it. 2017 gave us a lot of things. Not all of them were great, but the ones that were great were fucking like great,
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So last up, I think.
We got a couple more. So the best animation in this year of anime.
Okay, what do you got?
It was a really difficult choice for me. There was so much clean animation with like great sequences, beautiful stuff. But I went with My Hero.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They had some of the cleanest animation, absolutely. All of the character designs are amazing. The background characters are fully fleshed out and amazing. Like, you don't have to know the stories of any of them. You're just like, oh, wow, that's this kind of person. That's that person. Is that a shark dude? Like, just all different kinds of characters there. The fights were out of control, killer. They had all different kinds of sequences that just looked fucking great. I was surprised. It has this really cartoony style too. Mm-hmm. So for it to win the best animation, I think is a testament to how wonderful they did with making the characters accessible and with making the story compelling.
Mm-hmm. Like I was trying to think about this one too, and I think the like what you were saying earlier about Ancient Magic's Bride, about how like the animation is pretty lazy for the show, but it's gorgeous.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Like, I think it's one of the prettiest shows out there, but because the animation is lacking, there's no real fluidity to it. I was trying to think what show does a good job of showing these essentially lines that someone drew make it look like they're alive. It has to be, without a doubt, My Hero. Like, fucking kills it. I mean, there's good shows out there. Fucking Attack on Titan is great too. Their animation's fun. Fucking Wit Studios killer. But something about you were saying like the way the style that it is and how it's a testament to how like it lends me to believe Deku's totally alive. I can totally believe this fucking crow dude has this fucking weird he's alive too. Fucking giant fucking All Might. Yeah, fine. Like it's gorgeous.
you know, like I'll jerk off about Made in Abyss all the time. But there were a few points, like they had these weird little rabbit things, and they looked kind of funky, and they didn't look like they fit in with the world that great.
Super pretty show too.
Oh yeah, it was gorgeous. They did amazing world building and great character design. Like all parts of it were amazing. But you know, there weren't a lot of moments of like high action, and there wasn't the necessity of having like these really fluid motions.
Yeah. There weren't a lot of examples of like these like long extended scenes of animation, like of that. Like there's times we had to battle and do stuff, but they were very few in between. Yeah,
so I just feel like My Hero kind of takes the cake.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So good job, Bones, fucking crushing it again. Next up, the last one, the best anime overall
for the entire,
for everything. So like that includes movies, it includes just like opinions.
Damn, this one sucks because I didn't think about this one. I guess A Silent Voice.
I gotta go
right
with Silent
overall.
Voice.
Like if we're comparing a movie to a series and we're just putting them all in the same playing field, A Silent Voice is
it was phenomenal.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a classic. Essentially, it's gonna eventually be like, oh, have you seen Spirited Away? Oh, have you seen A Silent? It's gonna be like that. It's just, I feel like it's gonna be readily more accepting to the masses as opposed to Made in Abyss.
I agree. And here's the thing that kind of sucks about movies more than anything. All these TV shows, manga, all that shit, video games, you name it, they're really marketable. You could make extra shit. You can make figures, you can make posters, all that shit. A Silent Voice, would you ever buy a figure
from A Silent Voice?
Yeah.
Probably not. I mean,
yeah, me either.
It's a movie,
they're just like regular ass people. Like, I fucking love A Girl Who Left Through Time, but
I'm not gonna buy a.
Yeah, The Girl Who Left Through Time is a great movie,
but it's like based in reality,
Yeah, exactly. And I don't really want a character from it. And I have figures that are more normal, I guess. Like I have
the K-On! Kids,
Yotsuba, K-On!. Yeah, like they're fucking cool, but they're also different.
Yeah, no, I feel what you're saying.
This.
Like
I don't know,
like that, like. The appeal of having like a figure or something is like it's something that's not real, like having like Bakugo there, he's like a superhero essentially. Having this fucking Kino's, she's a fucking badass chick with a gun. Now having the main character from A Silent Voice just standing there, just like what's that do for me? The only two characters I could see from A Silent Voice having a figure that I would want is either like his little niece, like the little cute, because she's tiny, she's adorable. Yeah. That would be cute.
She's cool.
Or the dopey friend, because he's tiny, he's fat, he's round. Like, cool, I would have a figure of that maybe. But yeah, I understand. Like, it's just, and those are the two most cartoony things of the entire thing. Like everything, the rest of the characters are really based in reality. So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
A show has to, putting on a level playing field, show compared to a movie, the movie has more things against it, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because you could always add more to the show and make it better. A movie's always going to be the 120 so odd minutes, 2 hours or whatever, and that's all there is to it. Yeah. Unless you're like, here's the sequel, but who wants to see, A Silent Voice 2,
Nobody does.
Why do I want to cry a billion times over?
They already established everything they needed to. They accomplished exactly what they set off to do. A Silent Voice is one of the best things that I've ever seen.
I think I heard somewhere that like the manga like continues after the point where it ends in the movie. And I was like, cool. But I think where it ends in the movie is fine. Like for me,
yeah, I'm happy with that.
The manga for that, the art style for the manga isn't that appealing. That's what kind of threw me away. But the animation and the style for like the movie is really gorgeous. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm down to let this be it and not have to be like, I have to know if there's more. It doesn't eat away at me at night like other things do. So man, that is our best of 2017. And again, those are just our opinions. They don't matter if you don't agree with them. We don't, don't let it I can eat away at you, whatever. This is just what we liked and what we think. We agreed on some things, we disagreed on other things. But for the most part, we both respected each other's ideas, and that's all that really matters. If you want to do the same thing and tell us what your best of for the year was, send us an email or tweet at us,
or talk mad shit at us.
Yeah, tell us we're wrong, and it's fine because we'll probably just be like, "Cool, man, thanks for messaging us."
Yeah, I'm a stupid piece of shit, and I have the dumbest opinions of all time.
Yeah, if there's a show that we didn't watch that we totally missed. And had an even better fight scene, let me know. I would love to see it.
Yeah, or you know what? We didn't watch one of the favorite shows of the season. We didn't watch Land of the Lustrous. People goddamn loved it.
I just can't.
There might be some amazing things in there.
There might be. I just think the show is kind of ugly, and I just couldn't get past that. And people thought it was gorgeous.
Yeah. And you know what? People also said that the first episode grabbed them, so that's why I don't feel too bad about not liking it. I'm like, man, the first episode didn't get me.
No,
it almost did, but it looked too bizarre, and it felt too not real. Yeah, I guess
I'd rather watch Steven Universe, but I'm watching Jules.
True that.
Hell yeah, man.
So
cool. So that's the show. Next week we're gonna be doing Devilman Crybaby from Netflix. I think it's like 10 episodes, maybe.
That sounds about right.
It's not that bad. So yeah, I think I'm 3 deep. You got to get on that. There's an English dub, by the way, that I'm watching. It's pretty good. There's also Japanese if you want to check it out.
I'm gonna watch Japanese.
I'm gonna check out the English dub.
Great.
So far, I'm enjoying it. That's all I'm going to say. But next week, we're going to talk about that. Just give us some time for more shows for this season to go out. That way, we have some more things to review as opposed to just one episode of certain things.
Hell yeah.
Cool. So that's it. Hey, if you like our logo, hit up Aaron from TurbyTops.com. Super sweet person to work with.
Killer artist.
Tell her we sent you. Great artist. Check out her stuff. Again, TurbyTops.com. If you like our intro song, hit up Tom Nasser. He's on SoundCloud. He's on YouTube. It's Nasser, N-A-S-R. We might be getting a new intro song sometime in the future. We don't know. But
we don't know.
We don't know. Tom could just never talk to us again and disappear.
God, I hope so. He's so beautiful, but he's so sassy.
It'd be great.
Love watching him walk away.
Trip, where can people find us?
People can find us on Facebook. Look up the Instagram Podcast. Same goes for Instagram. Look up the Instagram Podcast. If you want to send us a tweet at Instagram Pod.
Podcast Infit.
Shoot us an email, instagrampodcast@gmail.com. And you know what? Sometimes we write blogs. We'll have the link in the description below, as well as like YouTube and my Twitch stream and all the fucking garbage that we do.
What was the last blog you wrote?
I don't remember. I was so fucking high. No, cool. I was at work.
Oh, cool.
All of them happen when I'm at work. I'm like, I'm inspired right now. And then I'll like write my blog and be like, I'm a genius.
Nice.
And as soon as I hit done, I'm like, God, that was the stupidest thing I've ever done. Caramba.
Okay. So that's it. So this is bye from Juan.
I'll see you around from Chris.
Hey, Trip, don't forget.
Just add hot water.